I hope I had a calming cup of tea after yesterday. What do you think? Do you think I had a calming cup of tea after yesterday? No, I didn't have a calming cup of tea yesterday. I had the most stressful transfer window of my entire life. I didn't have a calming cup of tea. I rolled around in bed all night, sweating, because all of a sudden it's like hot in New York out of absolutely nowhere, trying to figure out what the hell just happened. That's what I was doing. I need to unwind. No, I don't. Have I ever been to Yorkshire? I've driven through Yorkshire. We have 3 wins in 4 matches, but we are still obviously off the pace of Real Madrid and Barcelona. We'll get there. But those transfers were definitely frustrating. I mean, I hate doing this, but in a very rare turn of events, we are carrying like really real dead weight on our team this year. Emil Vitboy, Joel Rojas, and Majid Hashemi are all first-team players that we did not move that are here. Clawing the streak back. Thank you for the 10-month streak, dude. Hey, Stubbsy, thanks for the 8 months of the Prime. Tim Madison, thank you for the 28 months of the Prime. Reese, the editor. Reese, the editor, is the first sub of the stream, the head of Zealand Corp. The head of content at Zealand Corp right there. Absolute legend. If you've ever enjoyed watching anything we've ever done, it passed the desk of Reese, the editor. He lives up to his name. Also, you accidentally forever destroyed your Rojas relationship. I did do that. Look, the Rojas thing, even though he should have already been on loan, if things were working the way I feel like they should, he should have already been on loan. He wasn't already on loan. Whatever. I understand why Rojas. I understand why he would be mad at me. I get it. I do get it. It makes sense to me. That was hilarious. I don't know if it was that funny. Liam. I don't know. They never understand the I pressed the wrong button. Yeah. They never understand the I pressed the wrong button vibe. Hunter, I appreciate the Prime. I appreciate the 4 months. Thank you for spending $5 of Jeff Bezos money. Same to you, Gravity Thief, with the 5 months. Hope you're enjoying your lack of ads. We've already spent, what is that, 5 Primes? We have spent $25 of Jeff Bezos money. I think he's starting to feel it, chat. I think we're starting to make a dent. But chat, what happened to Real Madrid? I mean, we know they're going to file 15 complaints about the officiating. We know they're going to pretend that they were hard done. But Real Madrid got a gift in the opening minute. They got 45 minutes of bad Manuel Neuer, and they couldn't put it away. Yo, only Hards, thanks for spending your Prime. Welcome to an elite online gaming. I know. Look, I'm going to say something. It's going to cause me great physical pain, but it's something that I feel like I need to say. The second yellow against Real Madrid was a bad call. The second yellow against Real Madrid was a bad call. It causes me great pain. It was. It was a bad call. It wasn't entirely unjustified, but I think in that situation, it's just way too harsh. I think in that situation, it's too harsh. I think it's really obvious if you go rewatch it. I agree with the people that are saying this. I think it's really obvious if you go rewatch it, the ref forgot he'd already given him a yellow. I think it's really obvious that you could see the ref is trying to book him like as a first yellow initially and then goes, oh, damn, I'd already booked this guy. I think that's what happened because it makes a lot more sense as a first yellow when you're trying to send a message about time wasting. When as a second yellow, it's just not something that you want to give in that moment. It's just the referee injecting himself into the game. That shouldn't make a difference. I hate that. Jacob, I hate that. We all know it does because refereeing is subjective. As much as the rules are objective, refereeing is subjective. And pretending that a first yellow and a second yellow are the same thing is not something that's ever happened once in the history of the sport. A first yellow is a tool that you use to control the game as a referee, right? It's a tool that you use to send a message like, hey, I'm watching this time wasting. A second yellow is a tool you use to change the game massively. And the way I'll word it is a second yellow needs to be a really clear yellow card. Like, obstructing a counter, a strong challenge where he misses the ball. Yeah. I mean, like, I hate the idea of pretending that the first and second yellow card are the same thing. Like, if you talk to referees, if you understand the job of the referee, right, that first yellow is being used to try to control the game, and the second yellow is totally different. Now, here's the deal, chap. I still think it's Camavinga's fault because F? What do you mean we're effing? What are you talking about? I'm not getting any notification at all. We're fine. No, I normally get a notification of some kind. I got literally zero notification that any F had happened. It was Twitch. Okay, that makes sense that it was Twitch then. Let me check my detailed. Yeah, I haven't dropped a single frame for any reason. It was Twitch. YouTube's fine, dude. YouTube's hanging out there like, bro, I can see everything. It was Twitch. Nah, dude, the Camavinga gave the ref the opportunity to make the call, and the ref made it. I don't think the ref should have made it, but Camavinga definitely gave him the opportunity to make the call by picking up that ball and jogging away for a few seconds. Camavinga gave him the opportunity to make the call. I don't think he should have made the call, but if Camavinga doesn't pick up the ball and jog away with it, he's giving him the opportunity to make the call. Like, that's just what I'm saying. It's Camavinga's fault in part because he gave him the chance to make the call. I wouldn't have made the call. I agree with Real Madrid being upset. It wasn't a great call. Yeah, it's a poor decision. One of the highest things that referees are graded on when, the authorities are assessing whether a ref has done a good job in a game, one of the highest things they are graded on is their control of the game, their control of the flow of the game. And it just didn't, it just wasn't like a second yellow card offense in the flow of the game there. Dockhead, thank you so much for the 3 months of the prime. I've been here longer than the average Spurs manager. Harsh but fair. Locust, thank you for the 47 months. After an unsuccessful harvest, Why did the farmer decide to try a career in music? Because he had a ton of sick beats. You know what, chat? I'm going to give that a B plus, but somebody said something and I got to counter to it. Steven said, how is enforcing the rules of the game a poor decision? Mate, come on. The rules of the game state that every throw-in has to be taken from exactly where the ball went out. So I think that we should punish every referee that allows people to take a throw-in from somewhere else than where the ball went out. The rule also dictates that the free kick has to be taken exactly from where the foul was committed. So if somebody puts the ball on the ground and restarts quickly, but it's not from that exact spot, I think that we should blow it dead and move the guy back. There is a difference between the exact rule of the game and understanding the flow of the game and the actual point. It's the letter versus the spirit of the law. And referees are rewarded for upholding, because if you are a referee, you're not supposed to become the main talking point of the game, right? I'm not saying that you're supposed to let people get away with all sorts of crazy stuff, right? But if the referee has an issue with the time wasting, he makes a big scene out of like, you know, like you're on a yellow, I see the time wasting, I'm letting you know, I will literally send you off for that. That's probably what he should have done there. Yeah. This is literally why I have fallen, like why I initially fell in love with the sport compared to American sports where every blade of grass is analyzed and there is no spirit of the game. It is literally just the letter of the law. Trust me, you don't want that. Yeah. I mean, it's not one of those like referees should use rules and context for decisions. Referees do use rules and context for decisions. That's why I thought that it was a weird call. But I think what happened is the referee forgot he'd had his first yellow. It happens. I think he didn't realize that it was his second yellow. That's what it felt like. Great game, though. Shame we're talking about this and not the fact that the game was actually fantastic. It was a great game. Just a great game of kickball. Exactly. The sensational game. Great drama. Even you had the great Manuel Neuer playing absolutely terribly. Both of Arda Güler's goals are on Neuer, by the way. That free kick was really well hit. Neuer didn't even get off a dive. I don't know what he was doing. Like, it was just such a weird... Neuer just looked so off in that first half. It was bad. Like, both things can be true. It was a great free kick. The majority of top league goalkeepers save that. The majority of top league goalkeepers are saving that shot. But then in the second half, he was good again. He had like one of those classic weird Neuer parries that he had, just like got the ball clear. MD Games, thank you for the $5 donation, said, what did the Duck say to the waiter when he bought the check? Put it on my bill. I feel like it's hard to balance there. Kim Alexander Sell, thank you for the tier 1, my dude. Thank you for the 3 months. Did I see the cup set for One Knox? Yes, actually. I did see some highlights from that. A third division American team beat DC United in the US Open Cup. That's okay because the US Open Cup's not worth the time of the MLS. They're trying to kill it. You know? Thank you for the £4.99 donation on YouTube. Did you know koi fish travel in packs of 4 to avoid predators? Usually A, B, and C koi get away, leaving the decoy to be caught. A minus. As a DC United fan, that isn't really surprising. Gotta love a self-loathing DC United fan. Brilliant for you. You know what, chat? We are also going to be playing fantasy football today. Oh, wait, you know what we didn't talk about? Arsenal Sporting, chat. How can we overlook Arsenal Sporting? The real game. The real game, chat. The real game. Arsenal Sporting. Quite easily. We could overlook it quite easily. Yeah, well. The game that had 2 shots. Excuse me. Both teams hit the post. Sporting hit the post in the first half. Yeah, Arsenal plays Atletico Madrid. That is a thing that is going to happen that's going to set the sport back 100 years. That is a thing that's going to happen. They had less than 1 XG total. Arsenal against Atletico Madrid, and then the other semifinal is Bayern Munich PSG, which is going to be just absolute cinema. Now, Arsenal Atletico Madrid is going to be funny because they might just leave the ball in the middle of the field and both stand huddled in front of their goals, just like No, the interesting thing is Arsenal in the league stage was blowing teams out. They were scoring goals for fun. They just decided to turn off the fun in the knockouts. Atletico Madrid is weird this year because as much as Atletico Madrid is a meme, but they actually, like, all of their games have a lot of goals in them now. But I'm just waiting, chat. I'm waiting. Because Atletico Madrid, I feel like, is playing these high goal games because weird things are happening. I feel like at their core, they're like playing against another team like them. I think we're going to get haram ball. I think now that Atletico Madrid looks across and sees Arsenal, I think they might just leave the ball in the center circle. Nobody touches it. The Champions League is a place of wonders. Look, this game sucked. I don't know why. What I don't understand, I just don't know why Arsenal insists on playing just the worst ball imaginable. I don't. It's something that really frustrates me because I feel like if they just let their hair down and actually went for it, they'd be smoking teams like Sporting. Because it's successful. Yeah, it is, but the margin of error is, Sporting hit the post in this game. The margin of error is razor thin when you're doing this at this level. Like, you got to just let it rip. Arsenal can win if they let it rip. They were doing that early in the Champions League when nobody was watching, when the pressure was lower. They were shredding people. They don't like you. Did you watch Arsenal's attacks in this game? They only had like 3 guys up. When they like had the ball and they were going, there'd be 3 or 4 guys up there. It was insane. They're just not. Yeah, they're scaredy cats, dude. I hate to use such strong terminology. They're scaredy cats. They're afraid. Now it works. I'm all for structure and shape and defense and control of the game flow. And it works, but there's a point. I mean, you're playing Sporting. Sporting is a great club. What would the Arsenal's main competition, which is PSG, Bayern Munich, right? What would they have done to Sporting in this round? What would they have done? They would have run them off the field. I'm not saying 6-0, but I mean, like a 3-0, a 4-1. They would have poured it on. All the chips on the table, Champions League quarterfinal. Chubbies, thank you for the 19 months. Wow. Appreciate the prime, man. Would have been like a 5-2 on aggregate or something, yeah. But Arsenal's like, no, we're going to squeak a 1-0. And just try to they just don't go for it. They don't go for it. And while you can win that way, I think the margin of error is so small on it. It's so small. There is no margin of error left. Brainiac, thank you for the year. Congrats on your golden bacon. Born a Ramblin' man. Make a living and doing the best I can. Hey, Westbrook, thank you for the 21 months.
Genuinely do not understand why he's playing this was as a fan. It's unbelievably frustrating. Bournemouth nearly broke them.
Maybe. But look, Champions League semifinal is set. Atletico Madrid, Arsenal, PSG, Bayern. I was born a Ramblin' man. Lack of belief, playing it safe, hedging your bets, it might work for them, but the rules aren't going to be so lenient next season with how they do the set pieces. Yeah, I'm not surprised. They're definitely going to change the rules around set pieces so that you can't assault the goalkeeper in the way that they assault the goalkeeper. They're definitely going to change those rules. They're totally going to change those rules. Am I going live on Gmail? I haven't figured that one out yet. Let me know when they have the functionality. Arteta saw title slip to Saliba getting injured and being replaced by Rob Holding. He's been overcorrecting ever since, to the point they now start 4 center backs. Yeah, it's just... They really do. Bro, it's Sporting. I just mind blown. If you can't go out and take the bull by the horns against Sporting in a Champions League quarterfinal, I think Atletico Madrid might eat him alive. The more I think about it, I feel like Atletico Madrid might eat him alive, because Atletico Madrid, of all the things they are not scared of this. They have been here a lot. They are not scared of it. They play in the madness. They were molded by the madness. They were molded by the insanity, Atletico Madrid. If Atletico Madrid can take this game against Arsenal out of this normal 1-0, we're going to score on a set piece nonsense, and turn it into just a crazy, pretty normal European night, but like one of those crazy Champions League nights like they just had against Barcelona, both legs, then it's just going to be, I think Arsenal will be so far out of their comfort zone that they're going to get run over. Last match was Arsenal 4-0 over Atletico Madrid. Atleti was definitely worse at the point that they played last time. And more importantly, Arsenal was playing free. You are not going to get a free playing Arsenal in this game. You are not going to get a free playing Arsenal in this game at all. This is going to be Arsenal at its Arsenaliest. At its Arsenaliest. You were like 4-0 was when Arsenal was, nobody was paying attention relatively. It was Champions League stage. Mauled? No, we're just discussing the games. I'm just saying I'm frustrated as a neutral fan with the fact that Arsenal doesn't play the way they played in the Champions League stage, that they are afraid of their own shadow and they try to just squeeze juice out of a stone, really. Yeah, look, I'm just saying I wouldn't be stunned if Atletico Madrid showed up and was able to create Champions League chaos and then Arsenal became uncomfortable in that chaos. Because there's just something about the way Arsenal plays that you're like waiting for it to break, You're waiting for it to not go according to plan. Neuer passes the ball to some guy on the other team. Like, once the plan breaks down, where are we going to go? Once the plan breaks down, where are we going to go? When the plan breaks down for Bayern Munich, they find a way, right? PSG just mauls everybody. Atletico Madrid, when the plan breaks down, that's when they're most at home. In weird, chaotic games where everybody is jumping up and down and screaming on the bench the whole game, that's the game that Atletico Madrid loves to play. It seems to be the only game they play these days. Dude, Arsenal making it to the Champions League final and winning it on a penalty shootout at 0-0 would definitely be the perfect culmination to this, to like lead to the most crazy conversations. But if they win the Champions League, they win the Champions League. I won't stand for like, people saying, "Oh, there was a fake Champions." They want if you win it, you win it. Right? The rules are there. If you win in the rules, you're good. Atletico is going to be resting players for. Yeah, it's true. That's something that definitely needs to be considered. Atletico Madrid is in no man's land in La Liga. They're basically floating, safely in the Champions League. They're not worried about where the hell are the ad pops back up. Okay, where's La Liga? Come on, I was hoping this would be easy. Do I not even have La Liga? Plan B. I do have it pinned. Where are they just not playing this week? They are playing this weekend. Where's the game? No, they're not. I had to type it together. My bad. Anyways, Atletico Madrid is floating like 57 points. They're not going to catch the top of the table, but they're also 11 points clear of Real Betis in fourth. So they absolutely can rest. The league is like kind of cruise control for them. They absolutely can rest. They have been already. They can rest their whole team if they want to. They can rest their whole team if they want to. And they're going to be fully rested. Arsenal's going to be stressing about the league and showing up for the Champions League semifinal. The problem is, I think if Atletico Madrid makes it to the final, they're probably going to get smacked around. Arsenal, at least, I think, has a chance to be able to haram teams at Bayern and PSG's level. Yeah, Barcelona was not an easy scalp to take, dude. Barcelona was not an easy scalp to take for them. Why isn't Malia in the top 8 of La Liga? Rub your eyes and look back again, because we absolutely are. We're in 4th. We've won 3 of our first 4 matches. Our only loss was 2-0 at Real Madrid, which was a bit of a difficult game to start the stream with. But, you know, we move. We move. Why does Malia have a lot of financial issues? We don't. Financially, we're in a great space. Financially, we're in fantastic space. Ball up top. Ball up top. We have a game on the 4th against Athletic Club away, then Mallorca, then Almeria, and then we are off and running. Then we are off and running. Bow, bow, bow. It's like the weird part of the season where you don't actually play a lot of matches because all the international breaks. Can we expand the Tingus Pingus? I don't think so. I don't see a lot of options popping up for that sort of thing. So unfortunately, I don't believe that it is. I don't believe that it is possible. What's the highest position we finished in the league? We have finished in 4th. No, I see the fantasy. We're going to do the fantasy. We got other stuff we got to do first before we take that picture. Now, we do have a bit of a problem. All right. We have a couple guys that don't want to be here. Rafael Leao is on trial. Very important trial going on there. Majid Hashemi is being iced out of the team right now. He's currently on the transfer list, not registered with the team, getting paid him, $2 million a year to do nothing. Joel Rojas, who we accidentally demoted and re-promoted to the B team a couple of times due to some alleged misclicking. He now wants to leave, and we have a couple of teams interested in a transfer for him. So Joel Rojas looks like he will end up being a good, sound financial investment for us because there are people that actually want to sign him, which is a great news for us. You don't have an assistant manager currently? So Mumia, I actually do. We had, I know we had an assistant manager leave, but we actually have 2 assistant managers on the team when he left. We had 2 different assistant managers on the team. Chad, I've noticed a new glitch. Look at the flag next to the country. Argentina, Italian badge, Cameroon, Portuguese badge, English, Netherlands badge, Spain, South Korean badge. I've never seen that one before. The one on the right, like the actual 3-letter abbreviation, is the correct country, and then there's just like a badge over there that is not exactly the correct country, not in the most bespoke way. But yes, Mumia, I do really appreciate it, because that is definitely something that I would forget. It is. Well, I'll be honest, it's definitely something I would forget. But we did actually have 2 assistant managers when Tingus Pingus, or when Zealandism left, whoever it was. When Zealandism left, we had 2 assistant coaches. So we still just have 1 now. All good, brother. Partner, thank you for gifting a sub to Passions. Enjoy the bacon, enjoy the emotes, and thank you for supporting the stream with kindness. Also, passions. If you don't say thank you for your gifted sub, your new lack of ads, you're banned. I don't make the rules. You're banned. Is South Korea EU then? Well, let's see. Korea. Oh, it's fixed now. Well, that's annoying. Maybe we missed our moment. We had a chance where South Korea was EU. We could have swooped in, chat. We could have swooped in. We could have done some swooping. All right, well, anyways, Emil Vitboy is also part of this club of guys that are not registered for the first team. His asking price has gone down massively. This obviously sucks a lot. We thought we were going to get a ton of money for Emil Vitboy, but, you know, his wage mandated that he was a guy that was going to be unregistered, so we had to go and unregister him. I'm just happy that we finally have the wage budget from the board to be able to reach the wage limit given to us by La Liga. Flip Froggy, thank you for the 3 months. Congrats on cooking your bacon. Do you spend much time looking at staff? Yeah, I build my entire staff every year. We do actually have, I think, we had some guys that we wanted to replace, but we ended up not being able to replace a lot of those guys because contracts were not agreed to per se. Let me go to our staff transfer activity. Oh, it's bugged. Dude, it's so bugged. Who is this? Yeah, B team, but like I haven't tried to sign a guy at that level for my B team coaching staff in years. Like they're just here, just hanging out. Who are you people? This guy looks good. I have no idea, dude. I have absolutely no idea what's going on there. I have no clue. The dude abides, the mystery continues. All right, we need another oh, I can't get rid of my sports scientists. Because I have 3 sports scientists. He's outstanding. He's elite, so honestly, we should just release this guy. I'm just going to release this guy. Goodbye, Osmodeus Jones. You had a great name. You served us admirably. I'm launching you into the stratosphere now, though. All right, so we have 5 coaches that we didn't manage to replace. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 scouts, plus our chief scout, Nico Sam. And recruitment analyst, Bagriel Jejum, who are there. We've cleaned out that part of the team, though. What happened to, like, we just weren't able to...
Zed, it's a big 25.
Hey, the quarter century for Allsword! Thank you, my dude. Ryan Duran, thank you for the £5. Following this through the recap vids, just saying thanks for playing this game for me because I'm incapable of doing so in this cycle. You got it, man. I gotcha. I gotcha. All right, so we have 4 scouts. We'll start there. Very good, very good. Outstanding, very good. Very good, very good. Good, good. Should be able to replace that guy pretty well. Of course, we have our head scout as well. We should probably get this set. It's September. We did our first wave, and we had a bunch of guys re-sign with the teams we were trying to sign them away from. So that sucked. All right, we want to do that. We want to do that. We want to get rid of whatever the hell I'm looking at here. Scouting. Elite judging player potential. That's what we like to see. Unsuited adaptability. Average adaptability. He's the chief scout. Basically the same as the chief scout that we have now. All right, this guy, Vito Lucchese. The chief scout at Schalke. Looks like a good chief scout. I would like to sign him as my chief scout, if at all possible. I think he'd be not only does he sound like a consigliere in the mafia, which I think really sends the right message. I think he'd be an excellent acquisition. And then this guy, Benjamin Scherner, his adaptability sucks, but I would still like to sign him. Don't know why this is going back and forth so much. Okay, outstanding, very good. Outstanding, very good. I'm just looking for solid adaptability. They're all on average. Björn Andersson. This dude is so totally rejecting the contract I'm offering him. I think we got to go a little above and beyond. We're going to start stealing people from like Hanover, right? Lucchese, we already know. This guy's fine. Joaquim Jorge Pinto. He's freaking chief scout. If they're a chief scout, this has always been an issue in the game. They will literally never accept a non-chief scout job. It's impossible. So you just have to find guys that aren't chief scouts, basically. Manuel Weber and George Foster's Vigors. Both are... No. They already looked at all these guys, and they're like all chief scouts. Vitor Pissarro. Okay, I'm going to add something. If you let me. Attributes, right. Attributes. Scouting. No. Mental adaptability. Thank you. Lutz Pfannenstiel. Exactly who I was looking for. My boy Lutz Pfannenstiel. And Radovan Vojanovic, who is also a scout and not a chief scout. Exactly what we need. Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Next! Hi, Z, YouTube, and Twitch. Way to say hi to everybody. You just made everybody else look rude. Good job, man. Superb work. All right, I can get rid of this now. I'm just go to mental. Kevin Jeffries, an unemployed performance analyst who has good determination. Just a quality performance analyst. All right, scouting, analyzing data. Who's outstanding at it? Antwerp's Alex Abresch. He sucks at everything else. Florian Achfeld. Yes. I think I can steal him from Hamburg. And I think that's it for my recruiting staff, anyways. Yeah. Yep. Easy. Coaching. We have one fitness coach we were not able to replace, and we have 4 coaches. We'll see what those coaches do. Garcia, Torgiano, Miradan, and Hasdrubal Barca. Okay, into training. Coaching assignments. Hello, hello, hello. Sergio Garcia, attacking technical. 4 stars. Torgiano, 5-star fitness coach. He gets re-signed immediately. Am I blind? Or is it just not even an available option for him? I mean, well, we're just going to use him as a fitness coach.
Today, Magdalena Eriksson has become a scout for Bayern's men's team. She will be focusing on the South American market to scout for talent for the men's side.
Yeah, I mean, they're just kind of trying to copy me. They're just kind of trying to copy me. Oh no, Hasdrubal Barca's in trouble, dude. Hasdrubal Barca's not that good. Oh, looking for a possession technical coach. A possession technical coach, please. That is the woman that we just signed to be our head of youth development. The woman we just signed to be the head of our youth development program is now a scout at Bayern in real life. These are people that want to be coaches, and so I should be able to go to rating. What's the point of having super high possession, but then you can't actually apply it to anything because your tactical and technical coaching is just so bad? What's the point? All right, we're going to try a different approach. I'm going to do that and then search. So then we know these guys have at least a good base of mental ability. I just suck at actual coaching. Respect. I respect the dedication. Florence Cook. Ah, Shkodran Mustafi. What's up, man? Paul Etienne, you are very bad. Florence, on the other hand, you're coming with me. You, sir, are coming with me. Boy, he wants a lot of money. Well, he's a good coach. I will give it to him. He's a good coach. Dude. Vyacheslav Shevchuk. Incredible defensive coach. Not a whole lot else going for him. Javier Pinola. No. Brother, you're getting $400,000 a year. Thank you for understanding. You don't have a job right now, man. Should probably just go with it, all right? What's the thing you should know? Stefan Buck. I'm not sold on you, Stefan. I want a 2-year deal instead of a 4-year deal. All right. Fitness coach. It's just going to be a backup fitness coach, basically, but we already have a 5-star fitness coach. Got him. Determination. Pepe Pastor. I feel like motivating is pretty important. Yeah, there you go. Deniz Guillaume. We need better fitness coaching at this team. There will be no foolish non-fitness coaching and wand waving in this class. Yeah, okay. That's everybody there. That is everybody there. But I'm assuming our B team was also subjected to that nonsense, or no, we actually got a well-rounded group here. Oh, we didn't get the, I thought we renegotiated a contract for Shunsuke. No? Am I on my U19s right now? Yes. My bad. Yeah, cool with that. Cool with that. Cool with that. 2-year deal for Shunsuke Naganuma so he doesn't get poached by anybody. And then we go to our B team, which is all the way over there. And we don't have a head performance analyst on our B team, that is my mistake. We have our month-to-month chief scout who's complete dog water. Okay. Can do. Yeah, I was a little frustrated with the way that this went the last time we did it. I was a little frustrated. We ended up with so many freaking holes in our team. But I have to come back and basically just do it a second time. It's very stupid. Okay, not determination, not judging player ability. Found 13 guys. Alrighty. Maybe we can turn that up to very good, and there'll be one person staring back at us. Nope. There will not be one person staring back at us. Unfortunate. Really? I just assumed somebody was going to show up for that. Okay. Who has the best determination out of all of you? Antoine Chabrier. Well, then we're grabbing Antoine. A 26-year-old Canadian who is going to become the B team head performance analyst. An available spot. Chat, I don't mean to alarm anybody. I think we're finally done with our staff. I don't mean to alarm anybody. I think we've actually accomplished something that a lot of us assumed we would never accomplish. Our staff might be signed. There's going to be at least one person that rejects a contract, though, and then we're literally right back to where we started. I don't believe it. You shouldn't. Time for fantasy? Yes, we're going to get our squad set for fantasy. Somebody please remind me what view I have to use for fantasy. It's not a custom view, right? It's just like this. Because it just needs the name and the position. It just needs the name and the position. So we're going to set up our fantasy football on FM today. All right, Mark Cucurella is defense. Bangani Van Rooyen and Angel Canete are midfield. Yuri Urbanek's attack. Fiartov's midfield. He's attack. That's midfield. Fiartov's midfield. Aguirre, Murcia, Rubio is midfield. Gutierrez, Duran is midfield. What the hell? Jahan Giri is midfield. Lopez is attack. Roman's attack. Bargueñas is attack. Add from second screenshot. So we just took our screenshot and it was down to Bargueñas. So everybody below Bargueñas, we also have to get added in. Mbambo down to Panagiotidis. Just a couple more people. Paste. And we'll get the positions set. Mbambo attack, Yanez attack, Mazibuko mid, Vitboy not available, and Panagiotidis is on attack. All right, there's your first team. All the guys available. John Geary's kind of a swing vote, but he's going to stick in midfield. He plays both. He just plays both for us, chat. All right, we're going to confirm and go live. There's your code. There is your code. We got to change the code, chat. But that is the code for fantasy football today. The fantasy football is per stream. The fantasy football is per stream. We reset it at the start of every stream. We will keep track of top 10 finishes for people, and we will hand out due awards at the end of the season. This is going to be our first full season running fantasy football. Session code not found. Nice. Are you using this code? Well, that's unwelcome. That's wildly unwelcome. All right, let's run it back and submit and see if we can create a new code that works. BBS. All right, come on, man. Come on. All right, all that's set. Confirm and go live. All right, see if it works with that code. We just reset it. Clates is using it this morning. I think the website's working. Yeah, I'm sure the website's working. I'm just hoping that for whatever reason, that one thing didn't work. No? Bro! Oh, am I not signed in? Oh, goodness. Do I have to, sign? I don't remember having to sign into this. Is that? All right, let me do it one more time. I know you can't see right now. Let me do it one more time. I didn't think I had to sign in because when I came into it initially, it had the one up from the last time we did this. So I assumed I was already just signed in and everything. But obviously that is probably it. Elite ball knowledge from your boy. All right. Now we're back to doing this. I got it set up. Abbas midfield, Rubio midfield, Fiartov midfield, Bongani, Avande, Otero, Cucurella. Oh, Cucurella. What a beautiful, beautiful man. Imbambo down to Panagiotidis. Add from second screenshot. Paste. No vet boy. Panagiotidis on attack. Mbombo on attack. Yanez on attack. It's so beautiful. All right. Confirm and go live. That is the session code. It should work now. It should work now. It should work now. It worked! Yes! It was Zealand forgetting to sign in. Let's go. It worked. All right, you got like 10, 15 minutes to get it all signed up. Wait, did it spell Sarai's name wrong? You know who it is. It read Sarai's name wrong. It just read his name wrong. It said the 2 R's is an M. It messed up. In its defense, 2 R's does look pretty similar to an M. The link's coming from the mods. Huge shout out to JLab for being on top of it. WJLab. So, injuries, chat, for you guys that are considering this. Yanez is out 5 to 11 days, rehabbing a groin strain. There are no other injuries on the team. The team is fit. Can you pin it to YouTube? I can't for whatever reason. Yeah, I got you. It is pinned. Get your team locked in, chat. We are currently on the way. Osmodeus Jones has been sacked. We don't need to be paying for a guy that I don't think is helping us out right now. We have 2 better sports scientists. Thank you for your service, Osmodeus Jones. Who has a groin strain? Yanez. He's out 5 to 11 days with a groin strain right now. Which means he's likely going to miss a couple matches. I'd say like 2 probably. Ronaldo McDonaldinho lost his job. Yes. Ronaldo McDonaldinho did lose his job. It was sad, but, you know, sometimes progress is sad. Sometimes progress is sad. Oh. Who is unhappy with the treatment of Joel Rojas? 4 people. 4 people. Well, Joel, I think the best way to handle this would be to move him to the B team. I think that gets rid of the problem. Hello? Yanez Rubio. Oh, Rubio! Oh, Rubio. Look, man, look. I don't know. I've never been in this situation before. The only reason Joel Rojas is upset with me is a misclick where we said that we were going to bring him back up for the B team and then we accidentally sent him back down to the B team again. I actually have no idea what this entails here. I'm just going to send him down to the B team again because now he's so upset it doesn't matter either way. I'm going to send him down to the B team so he's not in the locker room anymore. He should be used to it. He absolutely should be used to it. 100%. I did what was best for the team. Yeah, I don't know what this promise is, and it scares me, so I don't want to do it. Van Rooyen was let down. That was very productive. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it, Rubes. At least Miguel Rubio understands. If I send him down to the B team, I think I can just remove him from the locker room and then we don't have to deal with this anymore. There. Now he's gone again. The saga of the janitor, Joel Rojas. Boom. He's been removed from the locker room. We've sent him to a different facility. He is no longer going to be around kicking up problems. We do have Gutierrez and Panagiotis that are upset. They're concerned that they didn't get to go out on loan. Hashimi and Vitboy are upset because they're not able to play, in the squad. And Sessa has a playing time promise. That's navigable for us. This has been a bit of a nightmare. I'm not going to lie. We are having a rough time handling this. Chat, you have, I don't know how much time. You have a limited amount of time to sign up for fantasy football today. At the start of the first match, fantasy football is gone. Go to the top of the chat, click the link, pick your couple of players, pick your team. Let's get fantasy football off and running for the new season now that our team is locked. Pan Saraikos of a loan offer for Sutsikas. All right, that's not bad. Fringe player. But he is under contract until 2034, so I accept the loan to give him the opportunity to go out there and play. Did I just see Cucurella? Yes. He's not the captain. He's just here. Our captain is Paul Duran. Our vice captain is Mbambo. All right. Cucurella is just here. He's just existing, doing his thing. But you got to fill out your fantasy football stuff quickly or else you are going to run out of time. All right, I am going to get rid of unavailable players to allow me to focus on, instead of the guys that we weren't able to register, to focus on the guys that we were. Sosa, Ivande, Otero, Mark Cucurella. Oh, yes. Van Rooyen, Cañete, Tsurai, Sessa, who's been balling, absolutely balling, Ruben Gerardo, Yuri Urbanik, and our left wing, which is going to be Calvin Mbambo. All right, we're still working on Yanez to try and get him back from the injury. It's either Mazi Buko or Gregory's Panagiotis. Gregory's! He just fires me up. Something about Gregory's Panagiotis just fires me up, man. How's the current state of the game? I mean, it's a lot better than it was. It is a lot better than it was. Yeah. All right. I will give you 1 minute to fill out your fantasy. If you do not fill out your fantasy in the next minute, we will close the fantasy. You will not be able to play. Do you have what it takes to notch a top 10 finish in fantasy football? 3 players and then a captain, a defender, a midfielder, and an attacker, plus a captained player. Who is your choice? My fantasy is Villa to win Europe. It's not a far-fetched fantasy, dude. You actually got a pretty good shot at that. How does fantasy work? I can't recite it to you. Basically, at the end of each match, it is recalculated based off how your player performs. Match rating, goals, assists, clean sheets. I'm not fast enough. No, you can still do it. I haven't closed it yet. The timer just went out. I haven't closed it yet. It has not been closed. It's still open. There's the scoring, by the way. Assists and a goal is +3, ratings. Clean sheets, most important on defense. Assists, most important in midfield. Goals, most important up top. Clean sheets, +3 here, +5 here, +1 here. Player of the match gets +5. Your captain doubles your points. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's closed. Let's play some Football Manager, baby. UD Malia on the field against Athletic Club. The debut of Mark Cucurella. The debut on the bench of Salvatore Roman. The return of Gregory's Panagiotis to the team. Number 99 is Theodore Pizarro. Kukureya's getting number 18. Sure. We're running out of numbers on this damn team. He gets 18. Showtime. Can anyone who streams do this? I think it's still in closed beta. But yes, I think theoretically Clates is going to release it at some point so that everybody can. I would just ask Clates. Message him on Twitter or Instagram or something. All right, boys, here we go. On the road against Athletic Bilbao. This is easy. It's not. They're actually quite a good team right now. But it is a gettable game for us. We've got the savvy old veteran leadership of Mark Cucurella out there to help with the fact that we have so many young players. We appreciate Cucurella being so amenable with his contract demands that he was able to sign for us. Here we go. Oh, great ball. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Cucurella got cooked in 5 seconds. It took him 5 seconds to get cooked. It took him literally 5 seconds to get cooked. We're getting really outplayed right now. We have not shown up yet. Danny Avande. Up to Bongani Van Rooyen. Bongani Van Rooyen. Bongani onto Urbanic. That's good. I like to see a right-footed cross from Bongani. He wants to cut it back into his favored left, but he's still capable of getting a dangerous ball in with his right. Now we're back. Now we're into this game. Man, we weren't at the wheel for the first 15 minutes here. Sosa has kept the Senate. I was worried Sosa wasn't going to get that. Something about the way that animation looked, I was very worried Sosa was not going to get to that ball. We're good. We're good. We're good. We are totally fine. What do we think? Dig in. I'm just going to tell him to dig in. Nothing crazy. I'm going to see how Urbanic responds to me yelling at him. He looks fired up. Hell yeah, he does. Come on, man. That's what we like to see. I think he handles pressure pretty well. That was a test that he has passed. He looks absolutely gassed up. We're good, we're good, we're good. Look at that away end. Hello. It's a half of Malia's here. Come on now. Back post. Otero. We got to set our freaking set pieces too. Urbanic. Cucurella. Keeps it moving. Danny Avonde! Oh! Danny Avonde! What a goal from the American! Shout out to the guy in chat that just said, why did I pick Avonde and not Otero? Well, Danny Avonde's delivered a golazo at Bilbao, the central defender, with a beautiful place left-footed strike into the corner. The Big Easy, Danny Avonde. What a goal! What a goal out of absolutely nowhere for Danny Avonde. All right, sub, Salvatore Roman's coming in at striker. Okay, Salvatore Roman's coming in at striker, and we are going to use him as a target forward. He's going to play in that style. We are also going to swap out the wings for Panagiotis on the right and Pedro Lopez on the left. It's going to lower the skill level of our wings a lot, but fresh legs, size helps. Jahangiri's coming in for Sessa as well. 4 subs. All right. Fresh legs, quality off the bench. A very new front group with Lopez, Panagiotis, and Roman. Jahangiri, very steady, level-headed type player. That midfield. Also, still tall. Roman's quite tall. Panagiotis is quite tall. We have a big front line overall. Cucurella. Ooh, Cañete. Angel Cañete. He cannot be stopped. Panagiotis! Oh, my. Oh, it probably should have been a goal. Oh, Roman! Salvatore Roman. It's a good save. Double T, thank you for the 3 months. Congrats on cooking your bacon. We win these. We win the third ball. Told you. Easy. Easy third ball dub. Interesting tactical shift from them there. Good step, Van Rooyen. I mean, good hustle by Roman, but I was kind of hoping that he wouldn't just head the ball straight to them. I'll encourage the team saying that we were supposed to lose this game and we got away with a draw, but I can't help but feeling like we dropped some points. They made a tactical change and it cooked us. That ultra narrow, our right back, Van Rooyen, just his eyes ended up in the wrong place. He was focused on the wing back instead of the overload in the middle of the field. I should have had us defend inside out the moment that I saw that change come in, and I just didn't. I couldn't tell you why. I knew the right answer, and I didn't do it. I knew the right answer, and I didn't take it. All right, fantasy upload coming in hot. All right, who had player of the match? Should say Danny Avande was player of the match for both sides there. So we will tick player of the match on this screen for Danny Avande. Congratulations to Danny Avande enjoyers for the extra 5 points. 9-point performance from Danny Avande. Cucurella got the assist. Otero at a 7.1. Apply points. A view from your old ways. All right, anybody below this line? Gutierrez. No goals, no assists, no clean sheet, no high match rating. We continue. Mallorca in 6 days. Man, we got to get some... I want like a comfortable top 4 finish this year. I'm not going to lie. We're a little more experienced. I think we're a little bit better than we've been at any other in any other year. I like the depth of our team better than we've ever had. All right, new chief scout. Big position. Nico Zom is headed out. And instead, we are bringing in Vito Lucchese. He's just, a better scout overall than Nico Zom. So, good acquisition. Vito Lucchese completes his move. Nico Zom is off, and we got other guys that are looking to join now. Yeah, training setup. You're right. I got a lot of things I need to do. Thank you. Every time I get out of a match, I'm always like, and breathe. And it's not the time to breathe. It's the time for action. Lutz Pfannenstiel will be joining, replacing Tarman Valens. Tarman, thank you so much for your service to this club, but your time as a scout here has come to an end. You've been replaced by a man who sounds stereotypically German. Let's see if there's any other staff stuff real quick. There is. Yeah, Cucurella got an assist for Danny Avande's goal. Bagriel Jejum, thank you for your service as well. As a recruitment analyst, you've been replaced by Florian Ackfield, who's just better at his job than you are, is the harsh reality. All right, let's go look at our training, chat. Let's go break this down. A little individual training in the first team. Always got to go through this every year. I like to do it after every transfer window. Make sure people are working the right stuff. Your heartache. Waiting on some beautiful boy too. So we're working on ball control with Miguel Rubio, which is definitely something that he needs to be working on. Paul Duran is working normal intensity. He's working everything normal. Madu Mercy is working normal. Pedro Lopez. We're going to work Pedro Lopez, that winger on the right. He's left-footed, though. Yeah. How do I train traits in this game? I have not attempted it yet. Okay, he already has knocked the ball past opponent. For some reason, I thought that he didn't have knocked the ball past opponent. Oh, they should figure it. Okay, yeah, that's where it is. Good. Great. Kelvin Imbambo is being trained as a wide forward. He's being trained as a winger. He struggles with injuries a bit, so we'll keep him at normal intensity. Bangani Van Rooyen, why are we on half intensity training? Is the real question. I want him to be training as a right wing back, advanced wing back. Anything that we want to focus on specifically, probably his defensive positioning. I would say his defensive positioning is something that needs some work. It's something that he does not do particularly well. But his decisions are great. Okay. Abbas Jahangiri, for some reason, has been disengaged for his in-possession role. All right, central midfielder. Boom, there you go. Normal intensity. I'm going to double intensity Abbas. Haven't had huge training issues with him. Can I choose what? Yeah, okay, it's up there. Good, I can choose what trait. Do. All right, I don't have any trait that I need to train on him right now. Just checking. Okay, you just came back, so welcome back. We're going to have you training like that. And Facundo, you got a lot of potential, allegedly, that we're still trying to reach into. You are also a double intensity merchant. You're a double intensity merchant, Francisco. You need to get better. This guy was out on loan last year as well, which is why he's not training that right now. Jonas Fjartoft is still trying to learn how to play fullback. It is a long-running pain for me. God, that's the touch, dude. Sergio Otero has got to improve his touch. He has 6 first touch. It's a disaster waiting to happen on basically every play. Raul Sarai is, I'm assuming, on automatic, which is why he's on half intensity right now. I wish it just said it was on automatic and then he's doing that because he's on automatic. You're going to do automatic training. You're still working shooting? Yes, you still need to work shooting. Double intensity, amen. Solani, don't really care, but I might as well have him do the same. Whatever. Yuri Urbanic. Welcome to the team, man. Ruben Jurado. He does not have a lot of room to grow, so Ruben is going to stay as a normal intensity, or I'm assuming that's automatic intensity trainer. Ruben Sosa's backup goalkeeper. Really, his expectations backup? That actually is nice. He won't get mad if we rotate him out of that team for a little bit. All right, Jaime Gutierrez, you need to be on the Sigma grind set. The worst part about Jaime Gutierrez by far is the fact that he can't jump and can't run. So what we're going to try and add for Jaime Gutierrez is quickness. We're going to try and make him speedy. We're going to focus on it. That's what he needs. Fullback. Yeah, he's trying to learn how to play the right side. He's on automatic right now. I'm okay with that. He's too important to the team. I don't want him getting hurt too much. His work rate's great. What might we want to improve with this man? Strength is honestly, for his positions, fantastic, so I don't feel any need to do that there. His passing or his ball control, I think. I think vision, technique, like just working on his ability to find the right ball. Definitely a good move. You're just going to be on automatic. We're going to have you working as an overlapping center back right there. And we're going to have you working as a center back defensively. Okay. Pizarro, easy enough. Dude's a goalkeeper. Not expecting huge development out of him either, so. Have him work as a target forward and a winger out of possession. Gregory's Panagiotidis. Yeah, we're working him left side, inside forward. Maybe he can eventually find some sort of development, but his freaking ball control is terrible. And it's a problem. Okay. Other thing in training is training intensity. No pitcher gym work, half, double. Should be automatic double when you're fully healthy, especially with a team this young. Okay, rest of the squad. Training. U19s. I'm going to double up the intensity, put them under a lot of pressure to perform. And we're also going to go to the individual training and just check to make sure that everybody's locked into doing whatever they need to be doing. Why is he training as an attacking midfielder? He doesn't need to be doing that. He needs to be somehow figuring out how he can be a successful striker. Ivan Albuera. Don't care. Don't care. I care enough. Elkin Vera. Don't care. Alvaro Tarome definitely has a chance to be a professional. He has a chance. Attacking movement. It's 11? No. Just do general development, man. Guillermo. Sergio Alvarez. Trying to work on his attacking movement. Why? Why would you do that? Juanma's got to be faster, or else he's not going to have a job. Jose, no, don't care. Alexi Gallardo. All right, he's right-footed, right? Yeah. He's right-footed. Yeah, his ball control is bad. So is his positioning. He's got to hit it hard. He's just got to hit it hard in training. So we're getting good development out of Kamal Shawi, who he's got good size. Actually like this guy as a center back, which is why we're working him as a center back, which is why we shouldn't be developing his final third skills. All right, who adjusted this? Mark Carrasco. Yeah, you need to work on your quickness, obviously. Carlos. And most of these guys are just desperately trying to make a professional career out of this. Some of these guys have a chance. I like this guy, Ivan Marcos. Yeah, I'm teaching him how to play the wing position, which I remember was a bit of an issue for him. Luis's got 4 first touch, so I don't really feel like you can play anywhere other than center back. Love the size. You have to add some quickness, or else you're literally never going to be able to play professionally. If you do not add quickness, you are not going to be able to play the sport at a professional level at all. Pedro Rodriguez is 16. He's training to be a right winger. I like it. I like it. Jesus Montes, I like it. Elvis Tavares, I like it. Fernando Caro. Yep. Fernando. I think we go playmaking winger on the left. Fernando can definitely do that. He can definitely do that. We need him to hit. He's hitting passing pretty hard right now. That's just what we need him to do. Alejandro Duran, center forward. Yeah. Where's his brain at? Anticipation's bad. Decisions, Oh, he can't pass at all. So I can't put this guy anywhere else in center forward. Based off his skill set, there is no home for him. Diego. The dribbling is definitely getting better. Okay. Well, this guy's just a natural midfielder in my system. Enrique Madrano, wide center back. Yes, that's fine. Yuste. This guy's the golden goose right here. Alejandro Yuste. We are working on his quickness to try and get him physically ready to play at the level that we need him to play at. But he's the burgeoning star striker of the future. And then 18-year-old Kevin Castro, who we just brought him in from Costa Rica. All right. Excuse me, gentlemen. Excuse me. B team. Hello. All right, Keith Brown, you're looking good. Raul Gomez, you're not looking good, honestly. Thought you were going to be okay. There you go. Midfielder, defensive midfielder. Just work basically. Armin Mika. We already sold this guy, so I don't care. Santiago Carrasco. What is wrong? Why are you not playing the spot that you're supposed to be playing? Marcin Zabrowski, I think we already agreed that we're selling that guy. Francis Abubakar should still be playing as a center forward. Very disappointing effort from Francis Abubakar this far in his career. He's not helping us at all. He's not helping himself. Screw us. He's not helping himself. Nikos Karensis. Midfield playmaker. Yeah, we are trying to train him down to the midfield position. And now he needs to work on the defensive midfield position, because if he can't play that, then we're going to be in trouble. He's already in trouble. He's still probably not going to make the team, but now that we know how all of that stuff works, he needs to really turn up. This guy has got to be better. Pablo Benavent has got to be better. At least he's got his right stuff set. Okay, he's got his right stuff set. You know, Kenny, you're actually just starting to turn a corner to where I hate you a little less than I used to. Panagiotis Soutsikas. Oh, yeah, his got removed for some reason. Audrey, the pure winger, who we do need to actually focus on because he has a chance to be really good. Kenny Gonzalez, who's just going to be hanging out here, not playing for a little while. Our advanced wingback on the left, if that matters at all. I don't think the out-of-possession training thing literally matters one bit. I don't think it matters at all. Just in case it does. Just in case it does, we're going to do that. We'll set it up anyways. Oscar Janssen, you're one of the walking dead men on this team. One of the walking dead men on the B team. Juan. No. Azir Silva. Hey, Azir, you've got to show me something. You have officially run out of time, Azir. He's officially run out of time. Ifeanyi Samuel. Oh, yeah, because we loaned this guy out. Now he's back. Okay. Silvio Mustapic, playmaking winger. Marcos Perez. Oh. This kid is so good! He's so good that it makes me want to cry. Pablo Revert. I also love Pablo Revert. Salvador, already getting better. Love it. Rodrigo Lira. Hopefully he keeps improving. Bessie Runolfsson. You know, I think he's not a fullback at all. Bessie Runolfsson, you're in a midfield playmaker. You're going to be fine. You'll learn, Bessie. You'll learn. Sambasar, he's supposed to be in the first team this year as a backup. He is now not. Oh, Joel! Who's this guy? I never heard of him before. All right, is this B? No, it's A team. I want B team training intensity, double intensity, no, half, normal. All right, all set. I freaking knew it. We didn't land all of our coaches for the second window here. Radovan Vujanovic. Javier Pinola is going to be replacing Hasdrubal Barca. If Crusader Things has taught me anything, nothing bad will happen from me letting go of my brother. Thank you for your service, Hasdrubal Barca. It is greatly appreciated. We've got a new coach now. Javier Pinola. Stefan Buck is also coming in. And Stefan Buck is Mr. I'm good at everything. Yeah, Stefan Buck. I don't know why I offered this guy a contract. I don't actually think he's that good. Sorry, Stefan, wrong number. Wrong number. Wrong number. Dude, I failed on 2 more scouts. This is unbelievable. I failed on 2 more scouts. I'm never going to be able to actually sign a good group of scouts. I mean, that's a joke. We already have a good group of scouts. Sar signs a new deal. Yay, he'll be registered in January when we overhaul the team again with big sales and signings. Hopefully when we get there, we're top of the league, obviously. Yeah, Sambasar is very happy to be here. Doo-doo. Problem I got. Yeah, we'll do set pieces when we get to the match. Our training is set. Our staff, with the exception of our scouting department, is basically set. Doesn't look like it, actually. Our starting goalkeeper just got hurt. So that's nice. But at least the U19s are playing well. Vlad Gurkovic. His release clause is now expired. Good for him. Controls his own destiny, you know? Bro, we didn't sign any of these guys. None of these guys agreed to sign with us. It's insane. I have no pull. None. I have no pull. I didn't mean to remove that guy. This is why. This is why I have two good goalkeepers, chat. This is why. I went and got another goalkeeper that was good for this. Freaking hernia, and he's out 5 weeks. I went and got him because I was like, you know what? I got a sneaky feeling that we're gonna struggle a little bit to stay healthy. And you know what? I was right. And now I've got Diego, who's my B team goalkeeper, who is perfectly fine. He's bad, but he's like respectably bad. And now we have Pizarro as the guy. All right, so who are the people that rejected me? Fitness coach Dennis Guillaume, scout Bjorn Anderson, and coach Florence Koch. I mean, I basically got none of the scouts I was looking at. I got none of the scouts I was looking at. No, we didn't get the Paraguayan keeper. We signed this guy for $2 million because I was so tired. Like, a new tenet of mine is in FM26, I'm going to go into every season with multiple first-team level goalkeepers where there is not a significant drop-off. Başakşehir have offered a loan for Majid Hashemi. I think we take it. They're going to pay me $1.5 million just for the loan. Also, obviously, gets him out of the locker room. I'm taking that every day and twice on Sunday. Shout out. Okay, and that also reminds me to offer out Emil Vitboy. Just to find somebody, perhaps, that would be willing to... oh, my goodness. Okay. We're going to put him on the loan market as well and see, hey, is there another friggin' Turkish team that wants him? Tsitsikas is set for his loan deal. No offers for Rojas. Stoker only willing to pay $12 million. I would take that. But I'm not, expecting a transfer necessarily right now. And maybe we can find a loan for Joel Rojas that will make sense right now. Panagiotis Tsitsikas has agreed a deal to move to Greece, where I feel like he will be a bit of a hot topic guy. Torgiano re-signs his new contract. So the advantage of that is Tsitsikas goes to Greece. He gets scouted up by all the guys in Greece, and they decide that they love him. Will May, thank you for the 3 months. Another day of suffering being a South End fan, hopeful of a playoff win W. Good luck, brother. Yunginu, thank you for the Prime. Double T, thank you for the 3 months of the Prime. King Louis, thank you for the 4 months of the Prime. My friend was showing me his tool shed and pointed to a ladder. That's my step ladder, he said. I never knew my real ladder. He just went to get milk. He'll be back any day. Lord Cruz, thank you for the 5 months in the Prime. Carensis has received loan offers. I totally missed that. Who is this? Nikki Volu in the 2nd division. I can't negotiate it, so I can't see it. Well, I'm somehow clicking that open. Oh, because I'm on Ty Noonan's page. Carensis will stay here. He stays. Our B team is going to be the Hunger Games. Somebody's got to prove to me that they deserve to freaking be here for me to continue to invest in them. I'm getting Hashemi training reports. Who's doing that? Whose idea was it to send me a Majid Hashemi training report? I want them fired immediately. It took me a second. Oh, I guess I should have signed 3 goalkeepers. My bad. I guess I should have signed 3. Having 2 first-team level goalkeepers is just foolish. That's the 3rd goalkeeper ACL injury I've had in 3 years. The hell are they doing in goalkeeping training? He just bruised his ankle. Why can't you be like him? Friggin' 8 to 11 months with a torn. It's a bad torn ACL. Can replace him with who? Me? Friggin' B team guy? Okay, come here. Hold on. Come here. Where's David De Gea when you need him, dude? Where's David De Gea when you need him? Stanley Nwabali. Are we really reduced to signing Stanley Nwabali? It's 5'9". He's 5'9". He tore his ACL. I can't believe he tore his ACL. I can't believe it. He tore his ACL 4 days after he became the starting goalkeeper for a month. All right, we're firing off the flare. We're trying to find guys that aren't 40 years old with no agility. He could be our goalkeeper for a month. If only we had Alvaro. Bro! You're right. You're right. We should have Alvaro. We just don't. It's my fault. It's my fault because we don't have Alvaro. If I'd given Alvaro a contract, he would not have been able to leave. He would have been upset that he wasn't registered. We would have appeased him. And then both of these injuries would have happened and we would be able to replace him. What's Rui Patricio doing these days? I would rather play goalkeeper myself. I would rather play goalkeeper myself. All right, we've identified at least one guy, this Fonkel character that looks like he's not terrible. Or Alain Gomez looks like he's not terrible. This guy last played for Valencia's B team in the 3rd division. Had a pretty good year. And it looks like he might be the guy, but we have to take a week or two to make that decision. Because even after we get the return from the hernia for Ruben Sosa, we're going to need a competent backup, which is why we're going to go make this signing. I would love for Bongani Van Rooyen to get better and not worse. Maybe someday it'll happen. Yeah, I'm cleared for the injury exemption. It literally came up as an inbox message, so we just have to figure out which guy we want to bring in, and then we'll be able to unregister him and bring him in. Bring in our new backup goalkeeper. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Mallorca, who've been amazing in this save, by the way. Okay. Pizarro, out. We are now out our 2 first-team goalkeepers, Ruben Sosa and whatever his name is. We just signed him. Teodor Pizarro, who's torn his ACL. Diego is now our starting goalkeeper. UD Malia B, 20 years old, supposed to be the B-team starter this season. Our other available goalkeepers for this match are Adrian Soto and Rodrigo Lira. Now, Lira, because he's registered for the B team, does not count as a foreign player here, so we're actually going to start Mexican international Rodrigo Lira as our starting goalkeeper. Very surprising plot twist, but we have Rodrigo Lira. We are already trialing a bunch of free agent goalkeepers. We're on it. We are on it. We will get this figured out as soon as humanly possible. All right, Jahangiri, you're starting over Sessa, Mavande, Otero, Kukureya, Van Rooyen, Cañete, Lira. Come on, Lira! Rodrigo Lira, new starting goalkeeper for UD Malia after the 1-2 wombo combo in the injury department. Put on a worthy display. No. Go out there and enjoy yourselves. We've got Rodrigo Lira making his first team debut in goal. Enjoy yourselves. I missed several staff redemptions. Look, there's only so many things we're going to do at one time. I have the staff redemption doc. The mods do a fantastic job of maintaining that. Far better than I am, obviously. They do a great job of maintaining the staff redemption doc, and we will go through and get all of those staff redemptions in. But we got to get to a match. If we don't get to a match at some point, I'm going to lose my mind. Even if it costs me 2 goalkeepers to get there. They have Joe Willock, by the way. Totally forgot set pieces. Nice. A lot of things have been happening. Like, just a lot of things have been happening. Whether it's the goalkeeper chaos or the loan offers or oh my goodness, hello. Chat, don't get too close to the bench or else you will be eaten by the opposition coach. Bring it back. Or not. Bongani Van Rooyen. Oh, beautiful. Dorado. Oh, yes. Yuri Urbanic! Come on. Well, Urbanic, when you're the one back making that play, you don't really have anybody to pass it up to because, oh my goodness. That's the first goal we've conceded at home all year. Cañete. Nope! Nice try. Got your hand stuck in the cookie jar, didn't you? Got your hand stuck in that cookie jar. Nice freaking try. Never got my freaking tactical changes in. Ruben Jurado, please. Why does it... All right, baby. Cañete won a penalty. Ruben Jurado actually has 12 penalty taking. He's half decent at it. Ruben Jurado. Yes. Great effort. Oh, great step by Van Rooyen. Jurado. Ruben Jurado. Jurado. Nice. Van Rooyen. Ooh, we're there. Cañete. Mbambo. What a ball to Jurado! I'm good. It was offside anyways. Yes, there you go, Otero. There you go. Now we're playing with the guys we want to play with here. Kelvin Mbambo. Oh my goodness, it's a terrible turnover. Oh, what a save by Rodrigo Lira! Throws himself right at the attacker, able to cut the play off, and now we're moving. Not well enough, apparently. What a save by Lira. Otero, nice. Mbambo. Sudai. Well done, Jurado. Oh my dude, we are just not dribbling them well enough. Rodrigo Lira is a stone wall, but I mean, Otero is just getting beat by this guy right now. This Domenech guy is dominating Sergio Otero right in the middle of our team. Rodrigo Lira is playing an absolute game, though, and somehow Otero is still on a 7.1. I'm gonna do something. I know something that is causing a problem for us. I think we're trying to dribble too much, and we do not have as dribbly of a team as we've had in the past. We have a good team, but I don't think they're quite as dribbly. I think we're more movement and pass based than dribbly based. We don't have the dribbliest of boys out there. I'm very disappointed. Very disappointed in everybody except for Rodrigo Lira. You're playing incredibly. I mean, for a guy that's making his first team debut in La Liga, right, who is not supposed to be thrown into this situation at all. Oh, there you go. Great underlap from Cañete. Mbambo. Cañete. Mbambo again. Oh, it was blocked. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Ruben Arado! What an individual effort to atone for his missed free kick. It's brilliant from Ruben Arado. He intercepts the free kick himself. His penalty missed. But he stayed in the match. What a unique individual goal from Ruben Arado. Wow. Okay. Sub. Panagiotis, go. Wrong guy. Pargueñas, go. Mixed up my P's. Duran. Go get Sarai. Fjartoft. Go get Van Rooyen. I think we need that quality with the pass right now, and that's it. That's it. Those are the subs. Change. Change. Come on. Come on now. Come on now. Ooh, yeah. Going Bombo. Way to play. All right, Cucurella. Draw a defender and make a good pass. That's fine. Draw a defender and make a good pass. That's what I'm talking about. Pargueñas! Oh, he rounds the keeper! Alejandro Pargueñas again! From Cucurella. What a delivery by Marc Cucurella. Alejandro Pargueñas, who's been the surprise story of this club for more than a season now, continues to deliver big moments for the first team. What a performance again for Marc Cucurella. And one pair of shoes. Nice. Oh, and Rosie. Put it in Rosie. Cañete, what a player. What a player. No nonsense. Zero nonsense. Nice finish, bro. Sick finish. I am not going to let this team get out of here with this. I am not going to let them get out of here with this. I am not going to let them get away with this. We are going after them. We're going after him. Oh, I didn't switch my pressing. Well, it hasn't even changed yet. It's been a couple of minutes. Love when that happens. I didn't switch my pressing. We're going into their kitchen now. We're going hunting for them in their half of the field. That's where we're going. Come on now. Mallorca's like they're a European team. We lost out, I think, to a European spot to them last year. It was them in Girona. This could end up being a huge six-pointer if we can go find a result here late. Oh, man. All right, what's a button I can press to try and make something happen here late? We got a couple of tired guys up front. I think we go Salvatore Roman for Gerardo. And then I think that we take Jahangiri out for Sessa. And I think we put Sessa on attacking midfielder. Sessa can play striker. He's at least got more of that to his game than Jahangiri does. Come on. Come on, Otero. Get out of his way! Get out of each other's freaking way! Your positions aren't even that in the way. Thank you. Sessa. Kanyete. Oh! We're there. Good fight from Sessa. Good fight from Mbambo. Duran! Not it. That's not it. Let's go. Let's go. Press, press, press! We're there all day. Avande, good. Salvatore. Fjartoft. Who's got it? Who's got it? Somebody's got it. Duran. Oh, that's feathery. Fjartoft. Pargueñas! Nah, he was on. He was on. Alejandro Pargueñas! Out of this world! Roo. Alejandro Pargueñas onside, clearly. UD Malia has grabbed a 3-2 win. I totally forgot to change the mentality, didn't I? Well. Great play by Duran and Fjartoft to set up that goal. Great ball outside. Great first-time pass by Jonas Fjartoft, showing his quality there. Knocking that ball down. That was really, really awesome. Pargueñas, oh my. He's already one away from his first bonus. What a beast. What an absolute beast. Let's get our fantasy football stats loaded in. Let's get our fantasy football stats loaded in. We definitely didn't get a clean sheet, and I can already tell you who the player of the match is, and he's not on screen right now. But he will be soon. Great performance by Rodrigo Lira as well. He made some important saves in there. I saw a couple of Pargueñas captains. Well, those people are about to be very, very excited. So Fjartoft had an assist and a 7.5 rating, so he ends up with 6 points. Gerardo gets 6 points. Mbambo gets a point for his good rating. Cucurella gets 3 for an assist, and Otero gets 1 point for his good rating as well. So we're going to go ahead and apply those points, and then we have to go take the second screenshot from Gutierrez down and have the rest blocked out. Oh, Christchurch, New Zealand. All right, that. Down to Gutierrez. Beautiful. All right, so then we have Duran's. Yeah, Pargueñas was absolutely the player of the match, dude. Absolutely the player of the match. You think? 17-point performance by Alejandro Pargueñas. Yeah, the Alejandro Pargueñas captain. You had to have Pargueñas. There's a lot of Pargueñas captains. Basically, everybody with a Pargueñas captain's jumped to the top. One guy with a Cucurella captain is doing really well. I love the Cucurella captain. It's actually paid off pretty well. Impressive. Very impressive from Alejandro Pargueñas. A story only Football Manager could write, where this guy has come up from being a B-team player to just scoring goals in the first team. I mean, he's irreplaceable for us right now. Gerardo does the business. I mean, he wasn't the player of the match. Why is it saying that? Hashemi. Thank you for paying that fee, Istanbul Başakşehir. I don't agree, but I respect your decision as a head coach. Wow. Hashemi is actually a great guy. It's kind of making me feel bad that we're forcing him out. He really is a great guy. I made my team 5 minutes ago. Unfortunately, if you make your team after it's closed, you're not going to... So we played our first match probably like 45 minutes ago, and it's closed after that. Yeah. What up, Zealand? Should CONCACAF pull the trigger and get rid of away goal? Oh, it's reading it to me.
Should CONCACAF pull the trigger and get rid of away goals like UEFA did for the two-legged affairs? See Seattle versus Tigres statistics last night.
Oh my, no, uh-oh, uh-oh. No, please stop! Stop! I mean, yeah, I always thought away goals were silly. I think they should get rid of away goals. Yeah. I mean, the short and the long of it is, I think they should get rid of away goals. Build a citizenship switching machine and use it with Hashemi and Duran. How's CONCACAF going? Yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted to go all the way down there. Good thought. Nashville beat Club America. LAFC boat raced Cruz Azul. Toluca just beat LA Galaxy up aggressively. And then Tigres and Seattle Sounders. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I always just... I don't know if it has to do with the way the match is played. I just think away goals... I think it's better without away goals. I think is it. The Galaxy got bodied. Well, they're not very good. So, Rafael Leai. My boy. His trial's coming to an end, chat. I don't know. He would not... He would be a solid 4th division player in Spain right now. Wait. I'm going to do something before I forget again. I'm in serious danger of forgetting again, and so I want to do it now. Set pieces, also penalties. Gerardo, we'll have it set up. Salvatore Roman, Kelvin Mbambo, Vipoy's not even like a guy. Cucurella, Danny Avande, Yuri Urbanek, and Jonas Fjartoft. And then if all that fails, we can go Paul Duran and Raul Sarai. And then Madu Murcia, apparently. But that's our entire penalty order. There will never be a team that doesn't have one of those guys involved in it. So we never have to look at that again. All right, set pieces. We have near post. We have 3 routines. We have our short, far post, and near post. So our near post, I mean, first of all, we got to look at our freaking takers, because the guys that are taking these are too tall to be taking them. Ruben Gerardo should never be taking a corner. Problem is, of course, he is the best corner kick taker on our team. Now, Mark Cucurella is a good option on the left foot side. Danny Yanez is also a good option. Ruben Gerardo is by far the best corner kick taker. This is infuriating because Ruben Gerardo also has 19 jumping reach, 12 strength, and 14 heading. We need other right-footed takers. Cañete, Jonas Fjartofts, Francesco Sessa. I think Cucurella could be the guy that takes it from both sides. Kelvin Mbambo can also be a taker. from that right side to try and actually hit something. If Kukurea is not there, I think we use Panagiotidis, who he doesn't have the heading. Cagnette, I mean, what does Panagiotidis add by being there? Yuri Urbanic. No, Yuri Urbanic's fine at it. He's a 10. We'll have Urbanic take it. It's weird to have your striker taking corners, but we'll have Urbanic take it. I'm totally cool with that. All right, that works for me. Now, what I do need, now that we've got our takers set and we're not accidentally having Ruben Gerardo take it, is to check our aerial threats. Facundo Aguirre, Danny Avande, Ruben Gerardo. Not Madu Murcia. By no means is Madu that high. We are too tall in other areas for that to count. All right. I'll have him over Sessa. So we're going to have Salvatore Roman. Panagiotidis go over both of them, actually. And then Otero. Somehow Otero's not actually that good for these. I feel like he should be, but he's not. We'll have him over Sessa. And over Madu Murcia. I don't believe in that. We have so much size. Aguirre, Gerardo, Evande, Salvatore Roman, Jonas Fjartoft, Gregory Panagiotidis, Sergio Otero. All right, cool. So what we're going to do is have these guys attack far post, and then we're going to have one near post guy come short, near side, center, mark keeper, two stay back. Yes. Aiming near post. Then we're going to do far post where these guys go near post. And then the near post is a decoy to open up our guy at the far post. And then our third routine is also going to be near post because you can't change the frequency in this game for some reason. We're going to attack near post and then attack far post. And lurk far post. Going to be lurking. So that's near side. And then here we need come. We don't have any come short here. Yeah, we do. Okay, then near side, center. Come short should be at the bottom. This should be far side. Far side and center. Okay. Those are our set piece plays. Those are our set piece takers. Free kicks in shooting range. It's all about who's the taker. So free kick in shooting range. The taker is... Who are our best free kick takers? I mean, they're all... It's Kelvin and Mbambo on both sides. Yeah, it's Mbambo or Duran. And then after that, I think we shoot with... Yuri Urbanic. Sure. Wide. It should not be any tall people. I'm just making sure that, like, Ruben Gerardo's not taken. All right, Kukurea's there. Sarai's there. And Yanez, who's just bad. And then Bungani, Van Rooyen. Okay. Those are the wide takers. We're just making sure that our wide takers are not tall people. Deep takers. No tall people. Good. That's it. We don't want any tall people taking the damn kicks. Did you stop the music? No. Oh, you just have it turned down a little bit. It's been underneath what we've been doing. All right, Almeria is the worst team in the league apparently right now. I'd love a comfy road win. I'd love us to show our quality, get a comfy road win. On YouTube, the music never started. That is true. YouTube's anti-music stance continues to be strong, continues to be authoritative. We need small people taking kicks. We have lots and lots of tall people, and we need to use them effectively. We need to use the tall men. You said you forgot YouTube sits in silence? They don't sit in silence. They sit with me. Okay. Woo! Look at Salvador's improvement plan in the second division with Malia B, man. Look at how this kid's growing playing in the second division with Malia B. Look at what this kid's doing. He's a giant. He's a giant of the game. Pablo Reverts is also doing the same thing. He just turned 18 years old. You know, he's playing 5 matches in the second division. Our youth academy is producing high-quality player after high-quality player. Stanley Nwabali's trial finishes. Well, we never really got a good look, but we certainly got enough of one, Stanley. We certainly got enough of one. But you know what? I'm not super sad that Rodrigo Lira is our third option here. He did well in that last game. Nice little 99 player scouting update. I don't mind if I do. Rabinho Vaz. Nico Roscher. Billy Hayes. Kim Ho Young. Man, that wage is crazy. Francisco Salruco. 21-year-old playing for River Plate. Lone Merrifield. Of course, he stays no matter what. He stays in the short list regardless. Yuki Kawamura at Nagoya Grampus. Now, this is a guy that wrote his college dissertation on dribbling right here. That's what I'm seeing. This is a guy that wrote his college dissertation on dribbling. Peter Agba. Guilherme. He's got 4 technique, man. I can't. Can I trust a guy going out on the field with 4 technique at the level we're playing at? Can I? I can't. He's not a wonder kid. That wonder kid list is going to start to shrink, by the way. The better we get, the less players are going to be considered like pure wonder kids. I really want this guy. I've always really wanted that guy, and there just hasn't been the right moment. I'm really sad we're cutting Kashmir Woodbine from my short lists, but it's time. It's time. Hamadou Makalu. Woo. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. Way better than that other guy. Nenad Markovic. Just right-sided wing all the way down. All right. Wonder Kid list, and you stay. Michelangelo Caligiuri. This guy elevates. Absolutely huge. Mohamed Kaidi. 21-year-old, just breaking into the Moroccan national teams. Really sound. Really, really sound player. Barcelona doesn't like him because they don't think he's got that world-class potential. But I'm looking at him and I'm like, maybe. Virgil Narendorp. He's totally fine. He's all right. Tom King. 90 million? Ha! My eyes must be broken. I swear my eyes are broken. Longtime follower on YouTube. Is there a reason the full streams are no longer uploaded, or did I miss a new channel? Check out Zealand Live. I actually maybe should make a go to here. I'll show you. I'm not just going to tell you. I'll show you. If you go to YouTube right now and you go to Zealand Live, right, and you go to Zealand Live right here, and then you go over to the live tab. This is every stream. Thank you so much for coming in and asking, because you wouldn't have known it otherwise. They're all right there. It's all right there for you. Yeah, Zealand streams, I think maybe I should post a video on it. Zealand streams was always like an archive. Before we started streaming on YouTube, it was always an archive. So Zealand streams, I added this. All streams before 2023 are housed in an archive in the Zealand Live. Oh no, I should upload something on this channel. I'm very sorry. I really should. Because I assumed anybody that knew about this channel knew about the Zealand Live channel and that they would be able to go to it. But that's totally my fault. Thank you so much for asking so that you'd be able to find it. Everybody say hi, YouTube! Hello, YouTube! What's up, YouTube? I just typed hi, YouTube. That was all I was doing. Okay. Hi, YouTube. Hope you guys are doing well. Hello. What's up, dudes? Everybody be cool. Everybody be cool. Just be cool. Yusuf Latifi. Did he get another nationality? What in the world? He had a Dutch nationality. That's technically illegal. You're not able to get a Dutch nationality while you have another nationality, but yes, he is also Dutch, Yusuf Latifi. So that definitely allows him to stay on the Wonder Kid list, I think, yeah. Emmanuel Almeida. See, they're not asking for a lot for him, but if somebody in Portugal is not asking for a lot of money for somebody, it almost concerns me. Because I'm like, oh, there must be something wrong with him for them to not be asking for a lot of money. I think McNicholas is just somebody we're not going to keep an eye on anymore. Sheik Decoure. Ooh, the physical ability, man. The physical ability's letting him down. He's getting old. He's getting old. Ibrahim Alabud. Dielson. Arijan Drnjevic. 19-year-old Croatian center back. He is so not technical, it's a problem. His lack of composure is also massive, and I just don't see him ever turning into a player that can be trusted at the level that we play at, unfortunately. Now, this kid is a keep a keen eye operator. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put him on the yes list. His value is really low. His ability is higher than I think my staff is appraising it. We're going to go ahead and we're going to promote him. We're going to promote him out of where he was. Nikolai Dahl Sorensen. This dude's a bona fide yes list member. Very solid technical base. He just needs to grow like 2 inches, man. If he gets that jumping reach to 11 or 12, he fits what we're trying to do just about perfectly. 8 is a little short for somebody that I'm going to spend a lot of money on. Alessandro Cernsati. We still haven't? Come on. Come on. You still don't know? What do you even mean? Al-Mu'tasim Yasser. This guy's been a stud for a while. They just pay them too much in Egypt for it to make any sense for me to sign this guy. He's got 20 Egypt caps already. That's pretty crazy. Delman Villamil. Whew. Damn. This guy's the freaking truth. Yeah, I don't care what his potential is. This guy could walk into my team and be a first team contributor right now. He's playing in Colombia with Independiente Santa Fe. That's a Colombian team. All right. Listen to me. $150,000. That's more like it. All right. What else we got? I'll pay you $750. Okay, listen. $850,000 after 50 appearances. I will pay you, assuming he becomes a regular first team player, I'll pay for. I will pay you $1 million for this man. It's a lot of money. Think about it. It's a lot of cash. She's like a hell of a lot better than this guy, who's valued way too high and just not somebody I care to look at all. Devin, okay, we're getting some of our Swedish youth national team scouting now. Devin Tegeson. Alessandro, what is wrong with this guy's name? Alessandro Pedinsky. Kalyan Kirchev, David Mitchell, Dor Turgman. Yeah, no. I thought I'd already removed that guy from my short list. I guess I'd removed him from my short list, but for some reason he was being scouted anyways. I didn't account for that. Gol Gahar. That's an Iranian club I'd never heard of. Shout out. Ayub Eliassi. Ahab Mayer. The E is silent. Well, then why is it there? All right, Ahab. You're non-EU, and I don't see you getting to a level that we're all of a sudden like, yes, this guy's amazing. Paterne Kasongo. Max Hennig. He just fits our team really well. I just like Max Hennig. I do. Sue me, I just like him. Serbian youth national team, no. Ajax's Nana Frimpong. Baikan Shabazz. Wow, he's good. Which is why Ajax has him. Okay, the Irish youth national team's not really giving us anything good. Jan Pavlik. This guy's better than you think he is. This guy's definitely better than you think he is. He's got great crossing, sound tackling. He can add that defensive positioning that he needs to work on, but he's already a hell of an athlete, and he's almost 19. Almost. Abdul Ghani Mayer, no. Owen Jean. Can't trust a guy with two first names, but this guy's got a really trustworthy face. Matias Jaramillo. Finally, man, this goalkeeper's had ridiculous potential for a long time. He's finally starting to come along. Muhammad Abdullah Al-Hamidi. Sounds like I'm dropping a bar. Johannes Schenk. Nope, I continue to think he's a good goalkeeper. You are not going to fool me by telling me he's not. Scarlotto is non-EU, unfortunately. Guillermo Arbon. Costa Rica's got a really good generation of players coming through. That guy included. Roberto Bertoletti. Wonder where that guy's from. The mystery abides. Nicky Rasmussen. I mean, that's a sick name. Okay, I feel like this guy should be driving F1 with that name. But we'll work with a winger. Just got a little wide playmaker vibe. Tasty little wide playmaker vibe. You know what? You're going on the Wonder Kid list, man. Actually, you're going on the yes list, Nicky Rasmussen. I like what I'm seeing, Nicky. I like what I'm seeing. All right, now we're into the Slovenians. Now we're on Russian, apparently. Abdi Shoban. They're charging $54 million, and they should be. Absolutely should be. That guy's really good. Gabriel. May I call you Gabriel Rosberg?
Went to the Oreo website and hit accept all cookies. Now we wait.
Hey, Minus, I really liked that. Ufka, thank you for the 46 months. I really liked that. That was awesome. That was a good dad joke right there. Thank you for the 46 months, my man. This guy's potential is really high. Krum Vidalov does not have a lot of professionalism. Little bit of lightning. He's not interested right now, but when he comes of an age that he is interested, we want to be there. He's only 15, the long road ahead. Tilinfico, Tarek Didzerovic. No, Mario Kriako. Already got that guy on my short list. I see him every time I go there. Alvaro Martinez. They loaned him to Genk. He's made an appearance for Uruguay. All right. Fair enough, man. Francesco Senna. I have looked at this guy for a long time. Lazaris, Yulian Gonchev, Veselin Stoyanov. No. Vasil Angelov, Mitya Radonjic, Joroj Milinkovic, Rainer Teichmann. Daniel Vogler. Okay. No. Manuel Roman.
Your Alexa play track 1 of Ziggy Stardust.
If only that had worked. You had him right where you wanted him. It almost worked. If it wasn't for those meddling kids. Maxi Molina. Oh, yeah. That dude's good. Andres Orlando, Boca Juniors. We're starting to get in touch with our wild side with these Argentines. Was that the guy that I think it was? The one guy who was on the yes list that we were like, dude, why are there so many players on my yes list that we haven't scouted? It's insane to me. It's the whole point of the yes list. Except for scouting these guys that like we just sold. And Brendan Abbott. Adidyong Ekpo. Anybody else that was already on my team? Come on, guys. The yes list is the most important list. Come on, baby. Don't fear the reaper. Won't you take my hand? My scouts are working overtime. I offered a trial. I offered a trial to all of them, bro. What are we doing? Bro just played at the Euros for you. What do you mean you just left him out of the national team? That's insane. We've had other call-ups. Ooh, Corinth. Okay, Bessie Runolfsson just got called up to Iceland while playing for my B team in the second division. That is cool. Roman's in the Italian U21s. Fjartov's in the Norwegian U21s. Otero is in the Spanish U21s. And Nikos Kourensis is in the Greek U21s. Sam Bassar just got called up by Senegal. All right. Salvador and Marcos Perez have been called up by the Spanish U19s. Yuri Urbanic with Czechia and Bamba with Finland. Van Rooyen, Mazibuko, Vitboy, and Tobogo and Como with South Africa. And Angel Cañete with Germany. So all that's great. Now let's go see if I accidentally trial these guys again. You don't fear the reaper. Nope, just want to scout him, actually. Just want to get my scouting reports in. Thank you. Why do you never read the chat? I'm legally blind. I am legally blind. Matthew McConaughey, congrats on the 5 years. I didn't actually say that. I just reacted to your message. That's great news. He can't get tired and hurt himself. Yeah, but I just, I don't like my players being dissed. Gregory's Panagiotidis has been left out of Australia. Ridiculous. Absurd. Pong Feng going with China. Hashimi and Jahangiri going with Iran. Kenny Gonzalez with Costa Rica. I don't know who Jonathan Fonkel is. Oh, the goalkeeper. Right. Illich with Australia. Yanez, Jose Yanez with Chile. Rojas with Paraguay. Big window. Very big window. A little World Cup qualifying, I think. Kejries! Thank you for the 73 months. All right. They want a loan back? No. I want Delman Villamil to come here in January. Fringe player? Yes. Yearly salary raise? No. Salary after reaching career games? No. I'm going to up this to $30 million. I'm going to lock it. I am also going to up your wage to $300,000 a year. How? We'll do it again in a month. We're going to do it again in a month. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. I just can't believe that I can't believe that was auto-rejected. I literally raised the base wage to prevent that from being auto-rejected just in case. Oh, I'm out of goalkeepers. Who's available? Soto? There is a B team game, which I literally can't stop them from playing in because they're not registered for the first team. I can only use them if they're there for the B team. And there's no feature in the game for me to be able to go to somebody and be like, hey, don't play him. So our B team third string goalkeeper, Adrian Soto, will now get his first team debut in this match against Almeria. And we should probably go ahead and sign this guy Gomez if we think he looks good enough. And I think he does. So I'm going to go ahead and sign this cat up. $185,000 a year. This guy knows the drill. Minimum wage, first league deal for our new backup goalkeeper. And we'll register him through the loophole. So it's just one game here. Just one game of Adrian Soto. Close enough. Welcome back, Alvaro. All right, Avande, Otero, Cucurella. I'm going to make a little change here. We're going to go with Fjartoft instead of Van Rooyen. He earned it with that delivery he had in that last game. I really like, I like what I'm seeing from him. Fjartoft, go give it a run. Cucurella obviously been playing well. Kanyete, Tsudai, Jahangiri. Sarai's also been struggling. We're going to go ahead and do a Paul Duran start today. Gerardo, Mbambo, Yuri Urbanic. And obviously, Pargueñas gets the start over Urbanic after his brace in the last match. All righty. Let's go, boys. Let's go. I don't think I have anybody that I can put in that spot. Or Yanez, maybe. Fitness test not required. Might as well bring Mazibuko. I think we need to show everyone that their recent praise is justified. Stick to the plan. Be patient. I'm a calm manager in the team talks. Believe in yourself. We have a game plan that can work. This is a team we absolutely can beat. A team that most people would argue we should beat. All right. Almeria against UD Malia. This is a team I think we can dribble against. We've got our set pieces set up now, so I'm expecting at least one highlight from the set pieces. Yeah. Oh, it's Hirado back post. All right, we've got our back post outside the box guy. It's Paul Duran. Yeah, dribbling is not his game. We do not want him running at people ever. That's always been the case. Oh, Hirado! Great ball by Cañete. Great run by Hirado. He has good movement at that wide forward spot. People are finding him early and often on runs that are breaking back lines. That was good. That was really good. Unlucky for Ruben Hirado that he didn't find the goal. Good. Funnel them into our defense. Our press isn't trying to steal the ball. It's just trying to make sure their defense can't be comfortable on it. Force it into this area. Oh, shoot. I have another tweak. Force them wide. Deny them access to the middle. Stay tighter. That sucked. That sucked. There you go, Cañete. Oh, great ball. Parquinha set that guy up so well. Alejandro. Oh! Duran. Is this a highlight for us or end of half? I don't like this. Come here. We're doing it early. We're doing it early. I know this team is bad. I know that if we put a little more pressure on them, we can definitely get them to break. I want us to play like maniacs here. We're going to go much higher, but we're going to keep this short. Hirado's just spiraled. Ramon! Abonik. I'm going to give Fjārtoft a little more time because his match sharpness is like crazy low. So I'm not surprised as his match sharpness goes up over the course of the match, we could get something. We need a better display. We need a better display. Our light of fire, we're going to come out way more aggressively. That's a good opening ball to force. What a save by Adrian Soto, our 5th goalkeeper at the club. We'll take anything we can get. It was a bit of a weird Neuer-esque palm that ended up finding the crossbar. We will take it. Big save. What a save by Adrian Soto. He's flying off. Oh. Can we win one header, bro? Can we win one header? Please. I mean, I give Soto a lot of credit for somehow getting near that and nearly saving it again, but oh my goodness. What is happening? Okay. Boys, come on. This is embarrassing. What are we doing? I was wrong about Fjārtoft. Roman and Urbanic have both been bad. Guys, it's like the worst team in the league. We're losing 2-0. What are we doing? I think more notably than whatever's happened at the back today is we really just haven't created that much, and that's troubling. Obviously. We had the Gerardo flash chance early. We had Pargueñas in once. Cañete. Yes. Shoot it. Got to get a goal kind of soon here if we're going to actually turn this around. Where's the press, Banyani? How are you just letting him walk there? Yeah, we had 2 guys on Melamed and let him get that pass off. We're playing really, really, really poorly. The game's trying to put it on Soto. I mean, that's a bad chance to give up no matter who's in goal. Okay, now we're no longer even winning on XG. We were winning on XG until a couple seconds ago. does that get through? God, we look lost. What are we doing? Like, stop getting dragged out of position. Can't sort the stupid thing. Who's the right guy? Sergio Arribas. Change the way we play. That should be fine. Oh no, Alejandro. Oh, okay, so they just made the sub. Wow, this is the worst game we've played in a very long time. Really shockingly bad game from us. Just, that was shameful. Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. That was a shameful performance. Whew. Hello. Good evening. All right, we got Hetafe in 22 days, so we get our goalkeeper signed, and we'll probably have Ruben Sosa back by then as well. Hey, please actually play the player that I loaned out to you. Thanks. It would be super awesome. Yeah, fantasy, dude. I don't know if anybody got a fantasy point in that game. No goals, no assists, no match rating at a 7, and Mbambo at a 6.9. Sarai, actually. Sarai somehow got a fantasy point. Sarai got a singular fantasy point. That's my captain. Boom, you're picking up points on the field right there, man. You're picking up points on the field right there. A singular point for Raul Sarai. Oh, I just accidentally went into the match, bro. The gooseneck, let it hang. Nailed it. Chat, calm down. Football Manager said they wouldn't release a game until they knew they had something good. Obviously, it must be an honest mistake. Obviously, it's an honest mistake. Chat, I don't understand the problem. I don't understand the problem. I don't understand what the issue is. Alrighty. Once again, post-match autosaves remain the king. Right, and is this going to go any differently? No, I think that's basically the only thing we did, that and uploading the screenshot of the game to give Raul Sarai investors a singular point. Hey, Soraline, thank you for the 25 months in the prime. Bruce Angley's fine. He's fine. He's fine. A little bruise on the ankle is a hell of a long way from the heart. All right? Hell of a long way from the heart. Yeah, I always have post-match autosaves on. So have no fear, chat. Post-match autosaves very much on. We're good. All right, the trials are coming to an end. How is Irv Kofi? He's definitely good. We have another injury. I'll definitely keep him on a short list just because I feel like he's decent. He's certainly way better than all these other guys. Alain Gomez is the guy that we offered the contract to. Okay, after a 3-0 loss. Yeah, sure. It's a great idea to extend my contract. I agree wholeheartedly. All right, Gomez has been signed. We have our new backup goalkeeper for the rest of the season, Alain Gomez. Good. Spent $2 million on getting a backup goalkeeper only for that to happen anyways, but all right, this Miguel Neto guy is heading over to Israel. And this registration, let me check this. So Gomez is registerable. Oh, he's registerable before we even get rid of somebody. Hold on. Or it automatically unregisters Teodor Pizarro. Okay. It automatically unregisters him. So Alan Gomez is now there. And our new contract, $2 million a year. All righty. $2 million a year. I'm bankrupting my own club. Hi. Yeah, I've signed a new contract. Look, I'm pleased to have the opportunity to keep going with what I've started. We built something impressive, but yeah, we're not done. We won the Super Cup last year. Obviously, we love winning trophies, and we hope there's more trophies out there, right? And we're developing that quality. We're developing these players in North Africa, and we believe that you can, compete for championships at this club. We fully believe you can compete for championships at this club, and we're gonna sit here. We're gonna compete for championships. Amen. All right, rest of those goalkeepers are gone. Glad that registration thing actually works super intuitively, so we didn't have, we didn't end up in any weird tomfoolery there. Like, we're fine. It's good news. How'd the early European games go while we're in this international break? Dude, Freiburg brought the belt. The first leg was 3-0 too, dude. Where was this Freiburg during the league stage? I don't think they scored 6 goals the whole league stage. They just 1-0'd their way and drew their way into the knockouts. This is insane. They brought the belt. 6-0 on aggregate. Oh my goodness. This one's also like over too. 4-1 on aggregate to Shakhtar Donetsk. I would love to see Shakhtar win the Conference League. They're good right now. They beat AZ pretty bad in that first game. But my goodness, Freiburg. Like, I need to go back and look at the league stage, dude. Freiburg finished 7th. They scored 10 goals in 8 matches. They have scored 6 goals in 2 matches against Celta Vigo. One of those, like, I understand it now. Yeah, they only conceded 4, exactly. I thought they were going to, try to Arsenal their way. Right? They seemed like that type of team. But who the hell knows, right? Who the hell ever really knows? My friend who supports Freiburg's having a good time. The first goal was incredible. Okay, we'll watch it. We'll give it a little watch. The first goal was incredible. 'Cause 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 the first goal was Okay. I think I spelled it wrong. I think I might have spelled it wrong. Oh! Oh! Yo! That is sick! Boom! Whew. Yeah, I can understand why they felt like it was over after that. I can understand why they felt like it was over after that. Oh my. It's one of those where he's loading up for it. Your brain basically just goes, can you imagine how sick it would be if he actually caught this? Hey, guess who's standing out on the U19s, chat? Guess who is a standout player in the Malia U19s after being promoted from the academy level? I wonder who it could be. Who's the standout? Is it Alejandro Yuste? I believe it might be. As he improves, most important physically. Technically, he's already first team level. Obviously, we'd love for him to get better, but first team level for sure. Mentally and physically, he just needs to keep adding to his game. I am going to do something I have not done this entire time. I am going to create a new mentoring group. Because I have a guy that I believe is a very good fit for that. All the time. Otero, Van Royen, Gutierrez. Yes. Confirm. The Cucarea group. Wait, Cucarea is not in it?
My kid said Jim Morrison was overrated, so I sent him to his room. Nobody slams the doors in my house.
Why was he not in it? Cucarea, Gutierrez, Otero. Bro, when you sort, it's... When you sort, it goes away. That'll help. There's one group. There's somebody else that we want to use as an influence. I think Madu Murcia would be a good influence. I think he's really the only other guy that could be a good influence here. So Madu Murcia will work with Bongani, Van Royen, and Miguel Rubio. Significant influence from Madu Murcia towards both Van Royen and Miguel Rubio. That's good. Working with the defenders. Mark Cucurella is not influencing them as much, but we'll take it. Okay, just wanted to set that up. Now that we had Cucurella, who's a guy that I believe is like the first actually good mentor that we have a shot at here. We have a shot to use John Benguetta. We nearly signed this guy. So he definitely stays there. 2-2 for Shakhtar. Holy, dude, that was fast. We just looked. It was 1-1. Fine, just hit this button. All right. Was it AZ? Yes, it was AZ that was trying to make things interesting, and Shakhtar slammed the door 3 minutes later. Love it. MLS Player of the Match Day, Alberto Farinos. Why would you mentor somebody that's fairly professional? Because Kukurea is more professional. So it'll raise it. Two more? Who's the hell's getting called now? And Kruma and Rodrigo Lira to the Mexican U20s. Okay. And Bombo scored, I guess. Not surprised at all. He's a dog. Right after me. And I can't stay. Sessa, we're at acceptable levels of playing time for Francesco Sessa. He's, in the era of these international breaks, he only has a couple more matches to try and get his playing time. So we got to make sure that we play him when we have the opportunity now. Only speaks basic Spanish. Kim Young-sin, it's just the same as Korean. You just add a few squiggly lines. It's easy, really. It's easy. Walk in the park. All right, this is why we pay attention to these kids, because remember, Pedro Lopez was one of these guys once. And Pedro Lopez is a respected member of the first team with years of first team experience now. If you got at least like 3-star potential, I'm paying attention to your development. I'm helping you be the best player you can be. Jesus Montez looks like he's going to give it the old college try to get into the first team. Respect. Yes! State-of-the-art training facilities! The Lifetime Training Facility Achievement Award has been reached. Hell yes. Absolutely sensational developments. We have state-of-the-art training facility. There are no better training facilities anywhere in the world than at UD Malia. You can come here and become your very, very best. We have exceptional academy coaching and youth recruitment as well to help mine the incredible talents around us. You know, we've got a really, really good head of youth development. Yeah, we for some reason we can't build the youth facilities. Does anybody know why that would be? We're still stuck at good youth facilities. Our reputation has gone up a lot, and we're still not able to build them. It's a reputation thing, so I just need my reputation to go higher. Which is what we're planning on doing with continued success here at this club. On that note, I just want to randomly, you just had a thought here. Van Rooyen and Sosa are going to be club grown. That'll be huge. And we have Rubio, Otero, Lopez, Gutierrez. Mazibuko's club grown. I still would have subbed. I still would have sold him, but Zolani Mazibuko is a club grown player. Argueña, Serrato, Yanez, Gomez, Duran, Cucurella, Madu Murcia all trained here, and we are developing Van Rooyen and Ruben Sosa next offseason. They will be club grown players. So we're going to be very okay for Europe. We have developed our talent. Yeah, there's no concern there. Celta Vigo with a huge goal to cut the lead to 6-1, and Chris Paul hits the 3 to cut the lead to 42. Big shot. Big shot. Big time. Hans Hurin donated €2 on YouTube. Said, can you rename a fitness coach Emil Whipboy? Because he's a fitness coach, like whipping them into shape while they're running around. Danny Avonde continues to get better. Dude, somebody give me $75 million for an American center back, please. He's always going to be non-EU, so we're always a little keener to sell Danny Avonde than most people, right? All for you. All for you. Adrian Soto's left his agent. He's like, dude, I played one first team match now. I'm a big deal. He's never going to touch the field again. And he also played terribly. You know what? We will do that. There's no channel point redemption option on YouTube. €2, I got you. We have some staff redemptions available over there, but I don't think multiple of them are for fitness coaches. So you get Paulo Rangoni. Emil Whipboy. He'll live on. He'll live on as a fitness coach. Congrats. Am I using my U19 goalkeeper? No, I'm using my my third string B team goalkeeper. Because the top two were involved in a match day. My top two first team keepers are hurt, and we hadn't quite finished signing our replacement goalkeeper. So we had one game where Adrian Soto had to play, and he did not play well, and we lost 3-0, and that sucked. Ruben Sosa is now coming back from his hernia to be the number one goalkeeper on this team, which is now an undisputed position because of the injury to our other first team goalkeeper. So good for him. No available players for the B team. Then why is it an inbox message? Otero's development reminds me of Rubio. There's nothing explosive going on, but he's always steadily getting better, and you can really see the outcome in the mental side of his game, which has improved like massively since he started hanging around the first team. And it is worth remembering he is still 2 months away from being 20 years old, and he's entering his second full season as a reliable first-team La Liga center back. That's pretty crazy. What a player. Yeah, his value's always been like insanely high. I'd be stunned if somebody actually gave me that amount of money for him, but his value is crazy high. Ty Noonan. Sessa's fine. Offer to clubs. Yeah. Sure. Kenny Patrick, asking price is far too low. Well, let me just take it off. Okay, his value's 1.4 million. The asking price is 750. Sorry, I think we were just looking at maybe selling him. Are you willing to accept a playing time adjustment? Yes. He is willing to accept a pretty significant playing time adjustment. All right, Paul Duran. He's a team player. That's what, if he wants to stick around the team long term, that's what he needs to do. Be way more comfortable being a guy that can come in and help in moments, you know? We appreciate that from Paul Duran. That's what you got to do. Acknowledge the fact that the team is getting better around you and not be a guy that demands to be on the field all the time. Like how an inbox message for me is that I've signed a new contract. It's like, yeah, I noticed. Okay, Ian Barca. Now considered a second division level player in the eyes of the game. That's not bad. Like Ty Noonan could be better than Yanez. I'm like, well, Danny Yanez isn't that good. All right. I was just saying Pedro Lopez could be as good as whoever. Miguel should be starting instead of Cucurella. Hindsight's always 2020, man. Hindsight's always 2020. No way! The North Africa derby is revived in the Copa del Rey. We play Ceuta, the other North African team in Spain, in the Copa del Rey. It'll be just the third time we ever play them. We were in their league once. We played a home and away, and then we got promoted out. We renew the North African derby in the Copa del Rey. Absolutely sensational. They got relegated out of the playable leagues. Oh my goodness, they did. They got relegated out of the playable leagues a while ago. They've been out of the playable leagues a while ago. They fell straight down. So we played them, I think, in the third division. They got relegated that year, played 1 year in the fourth division, and got sent into non-league. Wow. Okay. 100 players. 100 players. Nico Romero. Yeah, he's foreign. There's just no selling point on that. Carlos Santos. Did this guy come in Germany? My goodness, he did. Germany's ability to just vacuum up guys from North America that end up being good. They're expanding. I heard Yuste gets the start against Ceuta. Or Ceuta. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, maybe. Metz is France. God. That's embarrassing. I'm never going to live that one down, so we might as well just fold up the tent. Fold up the tent. I have failed all of you. Metz is in France. Louise, I just re-added that guy. Erickson Rosario. Is for real. Prakash Thapa. Shout out Thailand, but I think it's finally time for us to dump Prakash Thapa. Watana Pwangbupa. Also probably time for us to drop Watana Pwangbupa. I believed so much. You know, screw me for having faith, right? Screw me for having faith. Screw me for believing that he could be something. Filippo Ranocchia. Dramana Ag. He's so solid. He's so just solid. Daiki Honda. All right, you cheap knockoff. The hell you mean? I only know one Honda, and it's not Daiki. Aiden Masamola. Adlai Bari, 21-year-old Guinea-Bissau. Oh, this is this guy. I've always thought this guy was good. I've always liked him. He's got good size, good technical ability. It's a lot of fun, you know? This guy, Pop Dia. That'd be a nice B-team signing. Oh, he doesn't like big matches. He would be a nice person to launch into the sun, Project Hail Mary style. Watching Diarro. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to... Don't think we're going to be able to sneak him away from Monaco without them noticing. Saheed Michael. Great center back. He just does not elevate well. If he had 14 jumping reach or something, he would be like literally dead top of my list. He's just not. Ahmed Albishi. Not a guy I feel like tracking. Heben! My boy, Nabil Bellaribi. He can boogie. But he doesn't enjoy big matches. He's under a huge contract. I don't see it. I just don't see it. This guy's a quality player. Stefan Jovanovic. Oh, they're valuing him at $62 million. Nice. What? What is this guy doing at St. Louis? The hello. I already have him on my yes list, but I don't know if he's just had a nice spike of improvement or if I just noticed, but he's good. What is he doing there? He's going to get bought by us. That's a very good point. He's going to get purchased by us. He's hanging out there because he was waiting for us to buy him. Problem is, I don't know if we can do that right now. I'm certainly not going to do it right now because we're up against our wage limit. And he's coming from MLS. And if there's one thing that I know about MLS, them wages are not low. Right? Them wages are not low. They are going to be the opposite of low. They're going to be high. He's going to want a lot of money. He's European? No, I know. My concern is not his nationality. He's German. I'm just saying, like, his wage demands are going to be high. I don't, like, depending on who we release, like who we sell, because I have a full registration right now, who we would release to bring that guy in. Think this out with me. We would have to release somebody with basically the same amount of wage, right? Because if we look at my registration right now, we are $500,000 a year under our squad salary limit right now. 36.85 under 37.64. 37.36. So we are about almost exactly $500,000 under our salary cap right now. The annoying part is on this screen, there's no way to pull up the salary of the players. I can't edit columns or, do anything. So, we cut Vidboy because his wage is big, but there's not a lot of room for, we would have to, let's say we gave him a $3 million contract. We would have to dump $2.5 million worth of salary to be able to bring him in. That's not easy, right? It's not an easy thing to do. Oh, he doesn't like big matches. Good eye, Zealand, good eye. Diego Huari. Keep a keen eye. Nice. Jose Alejandro Picon. Very appropriately flagged as a keep a keen eye player. Alexander Wiganowski. Alexander Rodich. It's amazing the influence that Alexander the Great had on literally names everywhere. Shout out to that guy. Pretty damn impressive that people are still, there's not nearly as many Juliuses anymore, too. I think that really stands the test of time for my boy Alexander. He was the one. I mean, Julius Caesar was the guy that was jealous about Alexander in the first place, so. If you're the one that was making Julius Caesar jealous, you're probably winning. Rami Kalila. Yeah, no. Not enough there. Yaya Campore. Well, now you're 20 years old. You gotta have, by the time you're 20, you gotta have a little something to work with. Siabanga Gawala has a little something to work with. I'd love to get this guy for the B team, actually. He's only $200,000 in upfront payments. Basi Dalupe continues to play outside of here. Jeremiah Debra. Still like him. Still too expensive for what I think he'd be able to do for us. At least Julius got a salad named after him. That's true. I'm sure Alexander's jealous about that. Thinking about old Italian cuisine, though. Best part, tomatoes aren't from Europe. Italians weren't able to work with tomatoes until the mid-1500s when the Great Exchange occurred between North America and the Western, not Western Hemisphere, but the New World and the Old World. Same with potatoes. I really don't know what European people were eating back then. It's a lot of wheat, dude. They were crushing wheat. Quacks, thank you for the 4 months. Corn, nah, corn was American. Corn was a New World thing. Mud. Yeah, corn, potato, tomato. I mean, like a ton of stuff, but just if we're looking like huge things. Wheat, barley, turnips. Turnips are a banger. Imagine living without tomatoes. I think a lot of people would be fine. You'd be surprised how many people really, really hate the texture of tomatoes, and so they don't eat them. Carrots. I think carrots were New World. We had a test on this when I was a young kid, and I've always just remembered it. Like what came from where in the Great Exchange was like a history test I had in school. I think carrots are New World. Beets, I feel like, are Old World. Oh. To be fair, Europe had cows and horses. So your mental image of Native Americans on horses, horses came over in the Great Exchange. And the horses actually immigrated way further west than the people for a long time. So by the time that like old world descended people had made their way over to the Great Plains of the US, there'd been horses there for like 200, 300 years. And the Native Americans there had obviously gotten really good at riding those horses. But horses were not native to North America or cows. What we did have was bison. Carrots are European. They were originally gray-white, and the Dutch made them orange. Can never trust the Dutch. Yeah, I was just guessing. I wasn't sure on the carrot thing. I was like, I think, at least that's what I said in my head. If I didn't say I think before it out loud, then my bad. A lot of bison then. There's actually a lot of bison now. There was just a point where bison almost went extinct because you could ride the train across the U.S. and just shoot the bison from the railroad tracks. But yeah, no, the huge herds of American bison are back. They've cultivated them. They're quite cool. They are massive, dude. That is a scary animal. I watched a Chinese tourist try to get out of his car to take a picture of one, and I thought he was going to die. That is a huge animal. Its head alone, I mean, it's walking out there like Harry Maguire. Just, that thing is huge. That's a massive animal. First time in the stream this year, can you summarize in 3 sentences? Finally did my set pieces. We just had our worst loss of the season. We have no goalkeepers. Thank you. Yeah, but it's always interesting. Like a lot of, obviously not Italian. Tomatoes and potatoes are synonymous with like different parts of Europe at this point. Horses are synonymous with Native Americans, right? Cows and steak and beef are synonymous, I guess, with like the US, and a lot of our basic foods that we've developed come from all that. But all of that stuff came from. There are actually no pack animals in South America at all. The closest thing they had was the llama, but it's not really an effective pack animal. So that like really affected the development of civilization in South America. They had no pack animals at all. And bison were never domesticated in North America, so that would have been a successful pack animal, but they're bigger and meaner than cows, so nobody ever really got around to dying enough to domesticate them. Real shame on them. I don't associate horses with Native Americans. Really? I feel like in every movie, Native Americans are just like on horseback with a bow and arrow, which is the same as the Mongols, obviously. I'm just saying. Is the alpaca a pack animal? Don't let its name fool you. No. So South America actually had not developed the wheel and did not have a pack animal, and yet they were still able to administer an entire empire, the Inca, without either of those things. They didn't have the written language either. They had no written language. They had no pack animals. They had no wheel. And they still ran a whole empire through the Andes. They had the strings. They could count. They could count. So they could like take taxes and stuff, but they didn't have the ability to write narratively. They had this, it was like this weird system with linens. I've seen depictions of it where they would like, it was like where you would tie knots in string basically, and they were able to count with the knots in the string. And like, you know, this guy paid this guy paid this guy owes us this sort of vibe. Didn't have antibodies either. That's true. A lot more diseases in the old world. You guys had really been cooking. A lot more diseases in the old world. That was a tough time. That is why, in case you'd never heard it before, that is why the Native Americans were such pushovers when it actually came to fighting. Because the first time the Spanish ended up in the Aztec capital, they basically were like, wow, this is massive. The Aztec could call on hundreds of thousands of troops. Obviously, the Aztecs made a mistake in trusting the Spanish. They kind of thought they were gods, which was a bad call. But by the time the Spanish came back, the entire society was collapsing because like 80% of all of the people had died. It would be like the Mongols invading Europe in the middle of the Black Death. Like in the middle of the bubonic plague, it was like if aliens just invaded while that was going on. You know, like there wasn't any chance for them to put up any sort of defense at all. And by the time they managed to stabilize anything, it was way too late because there were way too many
what
Europeans
are you talking about?
That were already.
I'm from South Dakota and we ride bison all the time. Also, the Sioux only got introduced to horses in the 1700s.
Didn't the Spanish abduct the leader?
And became masters of the craft in
I
two
mean,
generations.
It was kind of a badass
Before that,
move.
they were an on-foot nomadic tribe.
It was kind of a badass move. The Spanish kidnapped the emperor, and I mean the guts that took. I can't even imagine. I would have been losing it. I couldn't even imagine them doing that. It was insane. They'd literally just been shown this temple where they were like cutting open live humans. And you're going to look at that society and be like, yeah, we're going to kidnap the leader and blockade ourselves in the like citadel. I'd be like, no, I'm leaving. You call it guts, I call it cowardice. Yeah, look. Honestly, you can go whatever direction you want. Obviously, they opened the door to him, and then they kind of walked in and, you know, ruined the party. But I think the Aztecs just made a bad call. The Aztecs made a bad call. Letting them in. Having guns and armor gives you some confidence. There were like, how many? Like 100 of them. There were like literally like 100 of them. $500 to $600 men with Hernan Cortez in 1519. That was the first one. That was nothing compared to what the Aztecs had. Nothing. The only reason it worked is because they kidnapped the leader and they thought that their leader was a god. And so they literally just like walked out of the city holding a knife to the guy's throat and just basically had the city by the balls at that point. Yeah, and also think about what a gun was in 1519. It was a boom, give me a minute. And these guys are running at you with bladed weapons and religious fervor. It was a sad genocide. That came later. That's using the history of what happened later to color what was happening initially. The Aztec Empire had millions of people in it. It had a big standing army. It was very scary. And they met these people and they went, I don't think there's enough of them to threaten us. And they look like gods. So we're going to invite them to come stay at the palace. Then they took over the palace. And then they captured the leader, who was supposed to be religious. And then the Aztecs paid them a ton to get the leader back. And then in those 2 years, every Aztec person ever just died from illness because of their like prolonged exposure. And then they came back a couple years later. The Aztecs were all over the place. This time they brought cannons and cavalry, and they blew the doors down. I've never had a crash. I feel left out. Dude, I literally just had a crash. Everybody hated the Aztecs? Yes. This is another thing that was pretty, like, I mean, it's also what I feel like if you were invading Europe, you kind of would have been able to do the same thing. But the Inca, the Aztecs, the Iroquois, the Cherokee, they were all these big kind of conglomerations of a lot of different things. And so what you could do is you could kind of go meet a couple of these tribes and be like, hey, we want to take down that guy. Do you want to help us? And they would be like, yeah, we hate that guy. We will help you. And so they would, you know, like it was never just like white dudes, Native Americans. It was always white dudes, some Native Americans, the rest of the Native Americans over here. And then, of course, there's a lot, you know, it's such a weird like there's a lot of debate from the people at the time where there would be like certain tribes that really did believe that the white people were gods, that, you know, because their religion, quite unfortunately for them, said that their gods would like arrive on the shore or something. And so they were, you know, like the religious fanatics are sitting there going, these are the chosen ones, we must fight with them. And then there's like the practical bureaucrats. They're like, no, these guys are just people and jerks, and we're not going to deal with them, and everything in between, right? It was just a very human experience, but they certainly, if they knew what they knew 20 years later, they would have thrown them back into the sea with a vengeance, and they were fully capable of doing it. Now, eventually, Europe would have been able to take some of the land, but it probably would have taken another 100, 200 years before they had the technology to really bring a huge force to bear that far away. And so you would have had more development and more kind of political development in the New World, but they just didn't react in the right way. Their religion let them down, and they got rocked immediately. And then once that exposure had happened and they had this huge plague that killed up to 90% of the population, no infrastructure survives that. I mean, what does your army look like when you just remove 90% of it? Doesn't look good. What about the Mayans? The Mayans were pre-Aztec. So the Mayans, the Mayan culture and the Mayan language survives today. If you go to Central America, still spoken, that is still like what you would refer to the culture as. The Mayan Empire was something that existed before the Aztecs. When the Spanish showed up, the Aztecs had only existed as like the empire of the Aztecs, which ruled the majority of Central America for like 100 or 200 years. The Mayans were there, and because nobody in the New World was writing anything down, they all had more primitive like record keeping, right? Where it was the guys in South America with their strings, right? In North America, it was totem poles and stuff that would mark key events, and that was their way of communicating through generations or whatever. But they didn't have, you know, there wasn't some dude like writing books about what was happening. We don't really know why the Mayans went away. We can assume that it was some sort of war, right? But you're just going to have to pick up like oral tradition and excavate things. There were still Mayan city-states during Aztec times. Like cultural, yeah, like when you're saying like what happened to the Mayans, it would be the equivalent of saying like what happened to the Germans. Where for the vast majority of history, there were Germans, like just a general people, and then there were a lot of different states in Germany that were like different political entities. So the state of what is referred to by historians of like the Mayan Empire was dead by the time Europeans showed up. It was already gone. The Mayans registered a Venus cycle that takes 263 years or something. Yeah, they built a calendar. They built the best calendar ever. They didn't have a written language. That's the difference. Like, if I'm saying record keeping, you could refer to like making this great calendar as record keeping. When I'm talking about record keeping, I'm talking about, the scribe going in the year 791 of the first shark, this happened. That's what I'm saying, like, didn't really happen. A difference between oral and written traditions. Yeah. They had hieroglyphic written language and kept historic records of rulers, lineages. Yeah, okay, so that's what I'm talking about with, like, in North America, they had the totem poles. They had it was almost like Nordic runes, where it was, you were marking big events with this stuff that you had. Now, if they had a hieroglyphic language on par with Egypt, that's something I didn't know. But if they like painted depictions of things and had like a basic, knots and string way of understanding things by marking the wall, then that doesn't surprise me. What happened to the Mongols? Nothing happened to them. They created a giant empire by massacring a ton of people, and then they ruled that empire in different areas for a long time. What do you know about the Purepecha people? Nothing. That's my bad. The Mayans definitely had hieroglyphs. Well, that's good. I learned something today. I did not know that. That they had, clearly they didn't write too much because there is not a lot known about them. Like in terms of what happened to them, and like if you look into it, I've watched a lot of those documentaries about, I love the first contact stuff and everything. There's not a ton of information about them. So they had that written language. They weren't writing a ton of super great useful stuff for us. Even if they were able to communicate. Because the end all be all is that writing is a light in history. And every place that somebody is writing something down and it survives is like turning on a lamp in a dark room. And the light is not very bright on the Mayans. If you're studying any of that stuff. Are now Calamundo. 48 million. Oh. Oi! Yo. I love a nice history discussion. Yeah, we were talking about the Inca earlier. I dropped the fact that they had no wheel. They had no wheel, pack animals, or writing. And yet they ran a really steady empire in a very large mountainous area because they had the human equivalent of the Pony Express. So cool. Instead of having horses, which they didn't have, they set up roads. They built these amazing engineering masterpiece roads in the Andes, and you could send messages across the whole empire, and there were dudes that would literally run from one like trade post to the next, and it was a Pony Express. They would get the message and they would just jog to the next one, and then they would stop there, and then they would drop it off, and the next person would carry the message. And remember, this is a message that you are speaking and remembering. And that is how that message would get passed. And maybe they were using the strings to, like they would bring the strings like, hey, this is how many taxes we've collected from over here. Pretty insane. The endurance of those dudes. Your job is to run in the Andes. Just up and down mountains. That's your job. Yeah. So it's feels impossible to communicate and effectively govern over such massive distances without all of those things. Would you be amazed what people can come up with? The beacons are lit like a little Gondor situation. I'm sure they had stuff like that too. The runners used cocaine. Dude, wouldn't even be surprised. Would not be surprised at all. All right, the European matches have kicked off, though. We wanted to stream up until those. We ended up getting caught in a great history conversation, which I always love. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. While we were doing a little scouting, we had a 100-man scouting report, which took me a little longer because I was really enjoying the history conversation. But I love you guys. I will see you next week. Time to be determined on schedule updates. I'm going to try and make it Monday, but we will see. We had a great week of streams Monday through Thursday this week. I think the team's in a good spot. I think the team's in a much better spot than it was yesterday, which is obviously great news. Super happy about that. Thank you guys for I learned a couple things in that history conversation as well. Greatly appreciated. And I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. There is no stream tomorrow. That's why we were streaming on Wednesday. No stream tomorrow. But I hope you guys have a great weekend. Love you again. Fist bump. Bye, YouTube as well. And I'll see you guys soon, all right? Vamos, Malia. We're going to get our teeth into this season after this. Going to get our teeth into the season. We'll go over fantasy results at the start of the next stream. All right, bye.